Alright, here we go. I'm now live. That's good. I was afraid I was dead. Thanks for the update, as they say. Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. Naomi isn't with us. Very sad.
What would you like?
I'd like to borrow a book. There's no point.
Here.
That's very sad. I completely forgot what I was doing. No. Listen to this. It's not on Fanso if everybody on this guy's school is for you. Oh yeah, I did that. Oh, it's a banner guy. We should see. Oh, is this was part of the thing? Big Bang. What are you big? Oh my gosh, fine. Are you certain that's where we should? That's where we most need to go? Like, there's a confidant here. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Yes, okay. I will do it. I'm sure I'll do it at some point. Isn't there a confidant here? Where is it? Well, there's one here, but that's like not real. Where is it? Oh, where is it? I know it. Alright, so it's here. Yeah, Naomi isn't with us. She's gone. Only 4 comments at a time, when none of them are ones you have, so chillax. But I could do the confidant now. I mean, I generally prioritize the confidants over the other stuff. I also have a job I could do. Naomi is gone, never to return. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I never know what's going on. It's where's the confidants? Here. We go here. Naomi's not dead, okay? Who is that? Oh, this is the other clinic. Can I do the clinic? The other clinic one?
Allergies are so annoying.
Oh yeah, I want to do the clinical trial. I'm gonna do this. We worked really hard to do this. I wonder if did I accidentally like go back in time? Did I not save properly? No, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm fine. Oh right, I declined because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. This is what I was planning on doing. I don't really feel like... What is the Big Bang Burger? It's not like even anything like that cool. It's an HP up, right? Like, I don't really want an HP up like I want whatever this is. This will give me access to more items. You know, I'm making the executive decision to hang out. It helps increase guts. Oh. Oh, that would actually be helpful, because... Well, it's a bit late. I accidentally just did this. Whoops. Guess I'm gonna start setting up to wait there. We'll do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. Here you go. Very suggestions for the previous drug based on my trial results. Alright. Hopefully this one doesn't make me pass out. Powerful taste, both sour and bitter. Overwhelms me. The smell is terrible. I have a hard, sharp breathing. That's good. That's good news. The best drugs do that too. My reaction to it is absolutely perfect. What? Over days, yes, I mixed in some special components. Take your temperature and blood pressure. I'm also going to draw some blood. I was for a few motor skill tests, but that might be too much for you right now. Anyway, since we're in the final stage, I should first stabilize the fundamental formula. Is this like a knockout drug? Like, is it like an espionage thing? Oh, so you are here.
What?
Yeah, we're in the middle of examination. This is breaking Doctor, you can't do this. You can't walk in here. If you want to investigate, you need to show a warrant. Here, because we received a report. Detailed statement of medical expenses, full medical records. I don't think that you can demand that. But you didn't have enough time to hide any criminal documents, huh? Must be under orders of the medical chief of staff. There you go. This kid here is my only patient today. Asking for his medical expenses, I'm guessing I'm under suspicion of improper billing? Or without a receipt, I'd say you've been sent on a wild goose chase. What's going on here? You're being manipulated. That report is fictitious. It's nothing but an attempt to harass me. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm here for a checkup. You don't seem to be sick. Are you up to something illegal? We're on a date. I have a bad heart. I'm gonna say I know my rights. You can't make me talk. This is medical stuff too. You really don't need to know this. Do you also have a warrant for disclosure, officer? If not, I'd be happy to report this. So is there anything else? As you can see, I'm pretty busy here. You're infuriating, you know that, but I think nothing less from the plague. She's very over this. Yeah, harassment. Couldn't infer the meaning from the conversation. I get so irritated whenever it comes up. Am I supposed to be getting points? Am I just been picking all the bad options? Nothing worry about it. I'm sure it's my former superior who made that false report. You've dropped from the conversation the other day, remember? He was trying to put pressure on me by having the police investigate me in my practice.
By the way,
I need to draw some blood. There was a mild anemia, but only temporary. You'll be fine. Picking bad options, I think. Okay, well... You're not supposed to say anything to cops, even lies. Like, you're not supposed to, like... You know, it's... Although, admittedly, you know, I didn't want to just ask directly about the plague. There are times where all options give 0 points, but I doubt this is one of them. Thanks, Turkey. What do I do remember? Guess I have no choice. All the kids who listen to their superiors, enjoy your medicine. That document is going ever deeper.
Alright.
Although this one might... Although the doctor might not have, like... It might just be this, you know? I'm not sure if there's any other way to increase her confidence. I'm going to draw more drugs and play the usual since you're healthy and all. Only kidding. Hello, Olsen. Welcome to this. Please lie down. You can go home once I'm done. This person, you know, gave me drugs that knocked me out. You know, I feel like cooperating in this that shady clinical trial was increased by guts. See, this increased by guts too, Turkey. We need to increase my guts so I can do another one of the things. Oh yeah, we're in a shady clinical trial, which may or may not kill me. Or no, it's not gonna kill me. Which may or may not, like, this person's being investigated, a policeman came in, it was weird. Gave you drugs that knocked me out, yeah. And then she was like, your reaction to that was perfect. And I was like, oh, that's concerning. We agreed for a discount at her shop or whatever, or to be able to buy drugs from her. We agreed that we'd test her experimental drugs. And it appears to be whatever drug she's making doesn't seem to be for the purpose of helping people. A little guinea pig, you get home safely. You seem kind of dizzy when you left, so I figured I'd check in. You know how it is. Some patients get sick on their way back home. I think I have super... I feel lightheaded. I'm totally fine. I think I have superpowers. Technically true, because we can go into in the mind realm, but I'm not sure that's what I want to say. Like... I'm fine. Yeah, you sound alright. Oh, we got a thing! Yeah, you sound alright. Guess I've got nothing to worry about. I think you'll be okay, but call me if you start feeling sick. Oh, I'm looking forward to our next clinical trial. So she can give me more drugs that knock me out. It's kind of her thing.
Ah, you're back. Yo.
Another box came for me. Oh yeah, we ordered something some time ago. It's for plant stuff, because I like the plant food. You have a crossword? No. I can do more of that, confidant. Police, so they're gonna arrest Kamoshida, I think. Exams are such a downer. I'm already bummed about tests coming up. I'm in trouble for anything that's not English. I haven't been studying at all. Gosh dang. It's for shame. Well, maybe we could some progress if we keep an eye on each other. Want to study together? Yeah, sure. I mean, you can't study for exams any other time. So this seems like it'll at least have a unique dialogue. We'll study with Anne. Let's meet up at that diner in Shibuya. That's a place in Japan. That long sentence is tough. I think today I'm trying to chill out a little bit. I've been all about min-maxing, you know, and trying to like see as much as I can. But this is a blind playthrough, you know. We're just shooting the breeze. We're doing whatever happens, you know. Try to think about what that underlined section means. Are you starting to understand how to dissect these problems? No. Well, considering we're at like level 2 knowledge, I think it's probably more true if it's pretty tough. You're lucky enough to get a promise from the very to the end. Just appreciate it and study, okay? What? What do you mean? I'm being honest. Come on. Look, it is tough. Also, what do you mean lucky enough to get a private studying session? We are friends, Morgana. Dude, that got me 3 knowledge points. Oh, that wasn't at all confident points. Morgana, that is mean. Yeah.
That's not it.
I'm actually not so good at this because of my time abroad. No, my time to study. Here we go. Yeah, we got a 1 thing from her. You can help me with math next. Yeah.
Let's get back.
Part of why I want to do the confidant so much is I also just want to spend my time with people. You know.
It looks like you're attending school seriously.
Yeah. Who are you again? Makoto? Like, we met once and you just accused us of being... You just kind of were vaguely threatening to us on the roof. I don't really remember very much what happened. That's
You
like last
also
episode.
seem pretty close with Takamaki-san if you're both coming to school together.
Yeah, I would say those are both true statements. I'm taking school seriously, and I do appear to be close to Ryuji.
You just transferred here, though. I guess you two really click.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the only people that wasn't a judgmental asshole to me. So yeah, I think we click pretty well. We're in the same... Not really. Oh, come on. You can't say that everyone else was very judgmental immediately, and he wasn't. We connected, like... That's not that incriminating. We're in the same class.
I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning.
That's as close as I was able to answer.
I heard she was a victim of Mr. Kamoshida.
Oh,
Was
Tamaki.
that all there
Oh.
was to it?
Oh, I got that. I got the last names confused. You weren't talking about Ryuji. You were talking about An. I mean, look, you know. I felt bad for her. I really bonded with Ryuji. Ryuji, like...
Either
I don't
way,
know.
Closer inspection should clear everything up. Goodbye.
Okay. You have nothing on me. You have nothing.
Ahem.
Are you all ready? Not at
Shall
all.
we begin?
The end of the Heian period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. As described in The Tale of the Heike. I think I might have read some of that, at least. There's a time when all that was great would fall from grace. I might have read some of that. Over the future yesterday, struck down by rebels as rebels of the present day. I think I remember some. By the way, sympathizing with the loser of the week is called magistrate's patronage. The term came from Minamoto no Yoshitsune's position. It also became a way of referring to him as well. Alright, Noah-kun. Yeah?
Do you know the answer?
You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you? Oh, let's look at the log. The end of the Heian period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you've been waiting for. As described in the Tale of the Heike. They said it was the end of the Heian period. I mean, Yoshitsune probably, right? I mean, maybe it's the beginning of the next period, but it feels like the answer is in the question, right? He also says, you know, right? Which does appear to imply... I mean, I don't have any reason to think it's the Muromachi Kamakura period. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember that much about the Tales of the Heike. I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. But I thought it'd be Heian, you know, because it just say that, you know, I guess that's probably my best bet.
This is it.
Correct.
That's right, okay. Alright, I wasn't sure if it was a trick question, because the end of the Heian period would be the beginning of another period, but because he's like the loser guy, I'd assume that he'd be firmly entrenched in the old period. Shorted his brother Yoritomo during the Heian period. But despite his contributions in defeating Taira, he was driven out by his brother and ultimately executed. However, the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune became more popular as a tragic hero. I am kind of smart. I'm a genius. I was really smart to be able to answer a question like that. I mean, I did literally just pay attention because the question was in the answer. I can't think of non-worrying reasons for Makoto to approach you like that. Maybe she's just really bad at not seeming malicious. Well, we did see that cutscene where Makoto was being, like, kind of blackmailed by the principal. So I don't have much hope for her. I don't have much hope. Like, there was that one cutscene last week where she was like, you wouldn't want to get, like, you wouldn't want to ruin your sister's reputation. Because I would do that if you know. But if you do investigate this, then you could be like you could get a good college I get you into a good college or something. Anyway, I'm very knowledgeable. I'm learned now. Rather than siding with the one who has overwhelming power, people prefer the underdog opposing them. It's sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of for an all-star major league one. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a terrible baseball metaphor. It's like rooting for a major league team that's doing badly, or a minor league team. Minor league baseball teams play in their own league. So there would be a different... They play against other minor league teams, so what you'd want, an underdog, would be a minor league team playing a major league one, which doesn't really happen. Unless baseball works way differently in Japan. Like, I get it, the minor league team is less prestigious, but, like, presumably if you're rooting for an underdog, it would be to defeat the overdog, so they'd have to be in conflict. Persona 5, the Phantom X is out. What is the Phantom X?
Yep.
It's like, if I don't root for them, who will? Well, presumably the people that are that's also not really how you vote for a minor league team because it's more close, personal, kind of homey, There's usually a lot more fun stuff going on. Kind of a low stakes game, but you go in and it's like, you know, it's a homely vibe. It's like the advantage of the minor league game is that it's closer to your hometown, you know, you can feel more personal about it, you know. Like major league teams are settled around major cities. Again, I really don't think that's how, I think that's a terrible, and as a baseball guy, I think that's a terrible analogy. And I'm quite upset. Terrible video game. That really brings down the whole experience for me.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm the day up and head. Confident in your exams, you can always have the day up and head to a Mementos. Nice to get some info on target before we went, though. We have one, right? We have like one target. I don't know where we can even look at those. It's like somewhere in here. Oh wow. Oh, I got two of these. There's a massive training my heart, but it's kind of hard to do behind myself and you train with me. What you have to do? Okay, so both of these are. So we got two confidants. It seems like I'm close to the on one. I also want to see if I unlocked any new medicine, you know. Oh, where's this? Look at a mall. What? What is this? The request tab of the menu. Oh. We already did that. The bark and bite of a bully. Mementos takes up a whole time slot, and I'm able to stock up on these. So, it makes sense not to do that yet. Who is this? Oh, this is where On wants to go. Okay. I wanted to check if there's anything at the clinic. Because I think that they're supposed to be supposed to get stuff.
Allergies are so annoying.
Is the clinical trial not ready
Please
yet?
head to the exam room.
I want to buy something.
Well, which do you want? I guess I'll develop a new medicine.
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
one?
buy like. Yeah, we'll buy 3 of these.
Thanks. That should work. Here you go.
'Cause those are pretty nice. They're like HPs for everyone. And these are still pretty good.
You want that one?
How many of these do
don't
I
need
have?
anything.
I have
Should
these, so I can do 3.
Thanks. You want that one? Here you go.
Now I'm running out of money again. Alright,
Take care.
that's enough of that. So I think every time I do a confidant with her, I get more money. And that gives me a reason that I might want to, you know, do my job. Like, but you know what? For money. But you know what? I think I actually have enough for now. We'll go and find... Here, you know what? I promised I'd do it today, so we'll do the Big Bang Burger thing. I'm sure Turkey's jumping for joy. There's no day or night in space. Oh, accept the challenge costs money. I need knowledge, proficiency, and guts. I have my level 2 for all those. Prevail and you receive a prize and just other than guts. Win or lose, your guts will always increase. I don't even think... I mean, it's not a lot, but it is... It feels like a foolish thing to do when we are unlikely to even succeed, but sure, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Morgana thinks I can do it as I am now. I'll take a seat and good luck. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thought everyone could be third mate. Thus your aim will be the count. But there's a ranking system? A lot of people are arguing
For
in the
real?
background. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting. Oh, so that's a for real. That's a for real. It's Morgana for real. That's totally a for real, right? I didn't imagine that. I think so. Alright, where's Naomi? I gotta text Naomi so Naomi remembers this. Because, of course, she abandoned me today. For real. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. This burger's just voluminous. Voluminous? As a soaring comet burning in the sky, it will not be overcome easily. I don't think that's true. Also, that's not that big. Like, it's a lot, sure, but if you're on an empty stomach, like, well, it's about as big as your head, like, it doesn't look that thick. I guess it, you know, it's pretty big. It's bigger than your head, but, like, it's not really the... If you could eat, like, 3 burgers in one sitting, then it's really not that much more than that, so... It seems to be pretty thin. I'd probably be able to do this if I was, like, on an empty stomach. Oh, the burgers get bigger, yeah. It is admittedly starting on a little bit of the edge, you know, of possibility, but yeah. Fries would be great, good old fries. Of course there's no side. It is also only in 30 minutes, but that should definitely still be possible with this size. Always makes sense for a challenge of such cosmic proportions. Looks good, but it's so big. I did it! Finally! Something I'm good at.
Oh,
I did it.
congratulations.
Thank you. I managed to extinguish the comet burger. I've got the second mate badge. I'm not going to use it. Burger ready to defeat the challenge we present to you. Our world famous Big Bang Burger on the house. We hope you enjoy the taste of victory. Well, I got some burgers. If those are health recovery items, that's helpful.
Please come again.
What other stat
I knew you could do it.
increased? I think I barely passed it, but I will check. We'll do it if we can pass it, but there's no reason to attempt it if we can't.
Nice.
Your pace, your strategy of using well-timed drinks, and just the spectacular way you devoured it. Everything was perfect. That's proficiency, I'm guessing. Knowledge. Interesting. Oh. And a rank up in charm? I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm not sure that's charming. You know, I can eat an entire comet burger in one sitting. Very charming. I'm a head turner now.
All right.
Oh, I got one in like all of these. Proficiency.
Want to head back?
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, hi. Wondering why I took a kid in like this.
Hey, hey.
Wait, is that a crossword puzzle?
Hey.
Yeah, I love the crossword puzzle. I'm gonna play a little. What are the May Blues? Oh shoot, I don't know. But maybe I can figure it out. Doom's partner. This is probably Gloom. Doom and Gloom. Well, I don't know if that would translate. Oh, is this Boggle? No, this is the Persona crossword. I think the answer to this is Gloom. The hint was... Oh, shoot. No, the hint is Doom's partner, so I'm thinking, Doom and Gloom. But I might be wrong. Plant disease, oh my gosh. Dull pain. Well, I'd say a throb, but that's not really right. Dull pain. Sore? We don't have any more O's. We also don't have an R. This is actually a tricky one. Plant disease. Ache. Oh wait, ache, that's good. That's good. I think that makes a lot of sense. One thing I found out is that crosswords are way more fun with a group because you kind of cover your weaknesses. Because it's kind of frustrating because it's really hard to do a crossword by yourself. But with a group, you cover your weaknesses. Blight. Oh, you're right. Barrett's a plant expert. So he knows all about this. Plus, this is easier than most crosswords don't tell you much. Rust. Dull pain. Huh. We don't have an R, so that's not possible. What are the May Blues? What are the May Blues? Hosui. Two kinds of plant disease, right? Blight fits, so it's probably blight. And we have the letters for it. This didn't really help. May Blues. It's like... so lame. Mal... Sui? What words even fit here? May Blues. May like the month. Unless Gloom is wrong. Yeah, let's go to Gloom. And it's all the words all relate to each other. Malaise. Yes, that's definitely it. I should have thought of that. Malaise is like one of my favorite words. I don't know why I didn't think of this. That puts Gloom back on the page. Maybe it's because I don't know how to spell it. That's probably why. Yeah. It's because I didn't know how to spell it. That's why. It's Malaise. In Japan, the May Blues are named as such due to the change of season and the number of people who fall ill after the holiday at April's end. Why is Malaise my favorite? I don't know. It's a fun word. Malaise. Are you Malaysian? No. It's a fun word, malaise. I might be saying it wrong. Similar terms are used across the world. Students in the United States get September blues. No, we don't. I'd have never heard of that. After summer vacation, well, the UK has the January blues to contend with. I don't remember this at all.
All right.
I see.
I mean, I could figure that one out.
Nice.
That out with my knowledge. We don't have a confidant with Sodro for once.
Now listen up.
We do have an instant message. Exam soon. Exams are coming soon. You're not getting a jump on something without me, right? If you're gonna do it, I want to do it together. I'm in serious trouble. Oh, we'll study with VOG. Similar to Sunday Scaries. What's Sunday Scaries? No, I'd like to go with Ryuji. We did it with On. Might as well. I'm waiting at the diner in Shibuya. I guess it's a newspaper thing. Sunday Scaries.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get the hang of this, so I guess that's what I do with this one too. Wait, that's no goad. Damn it, what did I mess up on? Maybe a careless mistake. Try starting over. When you were upset Sunday night. Oh, because of work. I guess. Good advice, Voicy. It's important to revisit and review where things went wrong. Thanks, Morgana. It's giving me 3 knowledge points. But, it's not going to be nearly enough to rank up because we just ranked it up earlier. If I just fix out. Whoa, problem solved. You're freaking amazing, dude. Thanks. I gotta grab a refill. Solving that question got me real pumped up.
Want to head
See,
back?
that increases my... That does two things. It increases my knowledge and my confidence. And it's kind of just a nice scene to watch. Alright, exam time. Can't believe there's a school assembly during exam week. The hell are they thinking? It's day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be a cover sheet again. Can't believe the school is messing with our schedules like this. Alright, have a good time showering. I don't care what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you. That's interesting.
Well, shall we
First day of
begin?
exams begin. What historical figure featured by the idiom of favoring the magistrate? Oh, shoot. These are different aspects of the questions. I thought they were going to be the same question. Luckily, I remember it's Yoshitsune, because I remember trying and failing to pronounce Yoshitsune. Is it time for him? What? What is him?
Ooh, we can do this.
An essay question. Provide the reason why Minano Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. Had a brother, right? I think his name was... Minamoto no Yoritomo, right? Because they have the Minamoto last name. They share a last name. So I think it's Yorimoto. Yeah, that's the one. They worked under him. And then they had to oppose each other. When they approached each other, Yoritomo won, and Yoshitsune kind of got completely screwed. Yeah, committed suicide. Yeesh. Even though he lost, Yoshitsune was the one that went down in history as a hero. Because people tend to sympathize with less figures of power and sympathize more with the weak. But specifically the weak. Yeah, not just any weak leader though. We'll root for an underdog that stands with powerful oppressors, and Yoshitsune did that to his brother. So the reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood as the powerful Yoritomo. Oh, so this is the... Morgana's basically writing the essay for us.
Yep.
I finished the time.
Ahem.
Alright. Well, everything I could with my human knowledge has been put in. Now the rest is up to my knowledge stat. So like, most of the exam is handled by your knowledge stat, and you have some input with like part of it.
Let's get started.
Or just go in rapid firing the exams. To be fair, Megoni's going to have a need for an essay. Yeah. Which brain function is responsible for the phenomenon of seeing an illusion in this figure? Yeah, college yeah. It's not obstruction. It's not. I think it's hallucination. I don't think they like. It's not cognition. I mean, I'm guessing it's because it's an illusion. It's hallucination. It's not definitely not exaltation, and it's not obstruction. It might be cognition, but I don't think so.
That doesn't look like it.
Okay, so it's cognition. Okay. Dang it. What the following maps can you plant? Funny cognition. That's a dumb thing. I think that's it's really dumb, you know, because it's an optical illusion, yeah. What are the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color? Both, because it's a mathematical theory. It applies to both.
Ooh, we can do this.
Alright, subtle foreshadowing. Yeah, but it's their made-up nonsense logic. It's not an actual thing I can remember. Alright, third one.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Name the book that defined malfactor as the chief factor of the progress of human race. Devil's Dictionary, right? I'm pretty sure it's the Devil's Dictionary.
Ooh, we can do this.
See, I have to remember this across the literal weeks. The amount of span of time I've had to learn this over is longer than he has. Character art attributes to a serious and seductive women, typically with ulterior motives. That's the femme fatale. I remember
Ooh,
that.
we can do this.
So we got one thing wrong because I didn't want to just go for the bullshit, you know, cognition answer. Alright, how do we do? The many things wrong with this school. Gotta hurry home and study. It's causing us trouble even when he's gone. I want to know how I did on the exam.
Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the
Yeah.
mental health of our student body is
No,
absolutely
you don't.
vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
Maybe just make sure you don't be corrupt in the future, you know?
Isn't he hot?
This is him? Okay.
Nice to meet you all.
Male teacher with glasses.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
Okay, that's the first. Cool.
My name is.
Is it? It's him.
My name is Takuto Maruki.
Takuto Maruki?
Thank you for welcoming
What's the deal with
me to your
Takuto
school.
Maruki? Why is this him? Well, that's pretty funny.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested.
I'm cons-
You can
yeah.
even call me Doc if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be. Oh,
What?
I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems.
Cool. That's interesting.
Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
I have auto on. Let's try that off. I thought I said Hakuto Maruki for a second. Look, I'm not good with the pronunciations.
Yo,
Hi, Ryuji.
you ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
No.
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
Yeah. Important choice here. Oh, shoot.
Doctor, what's his name?
It's Maruki Hakuto, right? Something.
Maruki.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage?
Oh, it looked uncoordinated. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm certainly not very, I don't have a ton of faith in it, but I wouldn't say that he's completely, you know, confident for the third semester.
You really think he'll do us any good?
Probably not, but, you know, it's, you know.
Ryuji.
Oh, hey.
Hey there.
Hi. I mean, she seems friendly.
Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right?
Sakamoto-kun.
And that must make you.
Takamaki-san. I'm Noah-kun. We do the third semester? I don't know. I mean, sure, it's like one blind playthrough, so sure, I'll do third semester probably. But, I mean, yeah, probably.
How do you know our names?
We're pretty famous around here, Ryuji.
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here.
Yeah.
Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida.
I guess those would be the people you would most want to, you know, therapize.
It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
Well, I mean, not really, because he didn't have the chance to inflict a lasting trauma while I was, because I hadn't been here very often. I must match his confidant? Interesting. Yeah, it really wasn't that, I had, of the three of us, I had the least amount of issues. Because, you know, he didn't have time to completely screw with me, you know? He didn't have much time to you know, really hurt me. Bring other optionally irrelevant third semester characters if you want. No, it's fine. I mean, you can if you want. I don't care either way, really. I think I'd end it in a castle. You said this was an important choice? Is this the important decision? Why? Why is this important? Like, for the full impact. What does that mean? No, his confidant is actually doing his confidant. Not really. I mean, other people, I mean, I just didn't have a lot of time. And that, I could supply a reasonable explanation for this.
You're quite the tough youngster.
Just don't overdo it, okay?
So, what do you want with us?
I mean, because the way Sean, like, if he was just mean, then maybe it would have been me as having the toughest time. But like, the way Kamoshida was more insidious, like, he had to actually, you needed some time to do his stuff.
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Not really.
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
Yeah, Beauty's. What was the expected Beauty? I mean, yeah.
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah, but if you come to my office,
Oh,
you
that
can have
is
free
tempting.
snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Well, it depends on what snacks you have. We're not little kids. Well, that's not a great attitude to take for counseling. Of course, we probably, you know, I mean, we've taken the most, you know. You're not sure. Tell me more about these snacks. No, I never turned down free food.
Hey, don't fall for that.
Oh, shoot. I don't know what's so pretty is.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students
It
directly
is a really good
involved with
strategy.
Mr. Kamoshida.
Yeah, I should say we don't trust you, but I can't say that aloud, you know.
It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Yeah, I don't like that pause. That's a suspicious pause.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
Yeah, look, we're not really, after the Kamoshida thing, we're not super into the school's interests. Too good for snack bar, yeah. Well, we have to have some morals, I suppose.
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot.
Yeah, someone might even say that it is almost an explicit attempt to gather intel and potentially stop us from exposing another teacher or something.
Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know.
Yeah.
If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity.
What is our mental acuity and why, what?
Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense in the Persona world because he's basically offering to up our stats. But like, that makes no sense in real life. I guess he's trying to. At least I wouldn't describe it as mental acuity.
How's that sound?
Mental training. If I make good use of this, it may aid in our Phantom Thieves activities too.
There's also snacks.
Shoot, there's also snacks.
All right, enough with the snacks. So, which way are you leaning?
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it. I say no, I'm my own shit. I don't get to say no.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's
I
convenient
think
for
we
you.
can come by whenever it's convenient, which basically means we don't ever have to come by.
Well, we should get going.
Okay. I'll see you
I
later.
mean, snacks is great, but I don't get to taste the snacks. It's just
Thanks for taking my
theoretical.
counseling into
It's like video game
consideration.
snacks.
Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
It seems somewhat sincere. Oh no, oh no, oh god. No, you must have gone to counseling. I swear. No, no. Why?
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected
Really?
by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating.
I think you're being a bit dramatic.
There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state.
Has to
Sound
be?
like somebody you know?
What? No, it's. I don't really believe him that much. Why is this like this?
Give me a name.
No, shut up.
I
You
am
suck
thou.
so much.
Thou art I. Thou hast a bit shelled with the bird.
Yeah, I don't care. That is violence.
All right.
So hold up, dude.
I was just experiencing a really terrible flash forward into the future.
Sorry for
Don't worry
keeping
about
you
it.
like this. Well then.
Okay, quiet down.
Hi, Kawakami. Addendum to the earlier subject regarding the counseling you've all been offered. Counseling will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Marky will only be posted there through November, so be sure to speak to them soon if you feel the need. Depending on the type of therapy you're talking about, describing a mental skill training is not too far off. Yeah, I guess. But would you say that if you were being investigated for a crime and the cop comes up and goes, "You must have had someone do mental skill training. Tell me the name. They're an accomplice." Even if they're mind crimes, that would be ridiculous, right? Like, that's really dumb. Majority of you, it's your choice whether or not you see it, but there are a few fears I will speak with later. Suicide visits to Dr. Murphy will be mandatory for these individuals. This must have gone to therapy as a cop. Yeah, that's how. Yeah. Tell me the therapist's name. Are you guys gonna go for it? The counseling kind of sounds like we're being forced to. I told Maruki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really into that whole idea. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do mental strength. Yeah, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. Counseling. So you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself. Interesting. So that's interesting. Look, where the few characters you saw some fucked up shit and went to therapy,
Yes.
unrelated but still notable. Interesting. This is a heck of a room you got here. Oh, this is probably just the nurse's office. I guess An probably could use some consoling stuff. Yeah, we probably did. Dramatic stuff did happen.
Welcome.
Is it just An? Am I not coming? Why am I get to see this? It's always a good time. Interesting. What is this next?
Well, shall we begin?
You got apple juice? Oh, I want some apple juice. I'm so thirsty. I should relax. I want you to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna get some water. Give me a second. Alright, it's back. I'm back. I have water. Epic water moment. It's an epic water moment. Truly. I've truly. This was the moment where I truly became Waterman. Well, I have one thing on my mind right now, anyway. That makes perfect sense. But don't force someone to talk with me. Even just grab some snacks and be on your way if you want. Alright, cool! No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. If you want to listen to the super long story. Absolutely am. Take all the time you need. horrible thing to do to someone. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I want to get even with him for sure. But maybe don't say you want to get. I mean, the problem is you want to be as honest as possible with your therapist, and we cannot trust this man. Like, he seems earnest, but we cannot trust him. Like, he could be like, you know. First, like, I ought to feel the same fate she was going to put herself through, but
Right.
when I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo she was suffering. In fact, it'd just give him the easy way out.
Right.
You are quite the wise, level-headed young woman. Oh, I think you've got the wrong. I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. Why distrust Baruki? Because he was hired by the principal, whose only motive, who's clearly upset. Like, the principal clearly knew about what Kamoshida was doing and is clearly upset. Like, he's already sicked. The principal is threatening Makoto. And so I have no faith that this move, like, at best, this is just a PR move, you know? At worst, he's trying to use Maruki to figure out who actually, you know, ousted, who did the change, who the Phantom Thieves are, or whatever he thinks really happened, you know? It's a suspicious hiring, it's got distrust written all over it. I go through my own shit, I don't think I'd be so mature either. Ruki's unrelated to everything. I mean, but how would the characters know that? Again, he was hired directly after the incident. It could just be a PR thing, but I feel like, you know, I would be just, if it was me and I didn't have chat telling me that I'd be suspicious. Right now?
Let me think.
Yeah, just gotta hope she will get better. Well, suffered a lot. Want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. I don't know where we're at this, but Kamoshida.
Yeah.
So there's a healthy outlook. I keep hearing the little beeping in the soundtrack and thinking like I left the refrigerator open or something. You know, I go, pretty. It's a bug. Yeah, that's about it. It would be better if none of this happened at all, but...
Quite.
Yeah. Better if this hadn't happened. Quite. Hospital life, every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
We're much happier if we could actually do that. Well, maybe. Okay, it seems I lost track of the time. Dang. Wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Thank you. I feel a ton better on the softball.
Be careful, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna get going.
Well, let's see what the genuine would be helping on. You're going soon, yeah? How'd it go? I thought it was a rough start as expected. I think you should just go and give it a shot. We can see you talk to you than you think. I'll just pass the time in the area until you're done. Okay, so we're just doing this now. Oh,
How are you?
student called Yoshizawa. Hello, student called Yoshizawa. Interesting to see you here. Hello. We're here for a session as well. Yeah, that's right. Dr. Baruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. I didn't know you two were acquainted. Yeah, we met sometime, somewhere, I forget. I'll go over selling me to her, though. Yoshizawa-san, I'm really nothing special. We need to get going, please excuse me. I think that would just be the polite response.
All right, then.
Say we get started.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. Made a deal. Ooh, this is a confidant. Oh, we're already failing.
I see.
Got a good grasp of the situation. The school gave me a brief drawing of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. He seemed to like it when An said everything is in the past. I don't think complaining about my privacy would go well. I could say I'm doing okay now, but I think I'm going to say it's in the past. Did you have to force yourself to accept everything that happened? No, that doesn't seem to be it. Yeah, Morika just kind of learned to be more secretive about it.
So...
Now that you told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. I feel like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. What? That's really truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. What do you mean by that? Is this like a persona mechanic, or is this like what? You know, if everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they're striving for.
For example,
want to be a model student, I want to be loved, relied on, that kind of thing. That idealized reality and the one in actuality often fall apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much, that kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. You're standing up to it and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. And it's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? Yeah. Interesting. But it sounds right. Yeah, I figured that'd give me some points. Not even any deflecting self-deprecation. You really are strong. Interesting. I'm intrigued now.
I'm sorry.
So it's what I'm than expected. That's such a trick on a life of its own, I guess.
Say.
I've actually got one last request.
You know,
doing certain research on my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment to try to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts. That's an interesting way to say that. Or they think how they feel.
How about it?
Get far enough with it, I think it'll be enough to help a lot of people. So, I need more details.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't think any of those. All of those seemed like not really friendly answers. I can ask you to help with the research. All you have to do is listen to my theories, and then you tell me if they spark any ideas and realizations on your end. Please, anytime's good for me. I can work around your schedule. Why me, though? I am curious. But I think I know. It's because he sees my strength of character, so I'm going to say okay. I'm actually better make it worth it. Say okay. That's only the one. Okay. I guess it gets none for the other one. I guess he would have wanted to tell me about why me.
Well...
Yeah. Alright, so how does the mechanic work? Oh, wait. Oh, we already increased our confidant? Huh. Detox X. When Joker is inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately.
All
That's
right.
good.
I know.
Oh, interesting. Is Maruki royal
No.
only? Do I part to repay what type of monitor training for instance? First off.
All right.
My max SP. He increases max SP? Oh, that's great. Maruki is royal only. That's good. He gives me items.
Well, see you.
That's good. That's really good. I need more water. Give me some. Oh. That's really good.
Man.
Okay, I can see why you like Maruki. He gives me stuff. Let me just try
Good
that
night.
again. have more exams tomorrow? Am I not allowed to do anything?
Let's go to bed.
You're so lazy.
Nice.
You can't make anything.
Hey,
Okay.
well then.
SP is like, it's like magic. It's like you spend it to do special moves. Because third semester is royal only, yeah. Let's go to sleep, I guess. Interesting. Saturday. You're just tired.
Pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Well,
Staying up studying?
if you stay up too late, then you're gonna be tired and do bad at the
I gave up on
exams.
the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it,
Oh,
it was
that's
morning.
even worse. How manly. Yeah, you're failing for sure. I don't understand how manly. That's stupid. You're failing for sure. I know that feeling. Honestly, I know that feeling.
Bull. You say that, but you probably just spent the whole night studying.
Well, I don't know how Flightship does things, but me personally, I mean, I don't stay up playing video games, but, you know, I more accurately read fan fiction or watch YouTube videos, which are slightly more respectable.
Morning.
Ion.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady On. You're quite different from the stupid monkey I know.
You're so aggressive.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Man, Persona 5 The Phantom X is the Persona Gotcha. Oh gosh. No. No, not a no. No.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
That's totally true. You know, so the connections between the neurons that matter more than the amount of neurons.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What? You need the bathroom. No, what's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
Oh, that's something to immediately jump to. I'm gonna go into crippling debt. Probably so. Dude, don't do it. Do not start. It is gambling is a legitimate addiction, and that is all a gacha game is. It is not all a gacha game is, but that's what it primarily is. Do not go into debt over. It doesn't matter. Persona 5 is a cool game. I'm sure. Read some Persona 5 fan fiction. Do not get into a Persona 5 gacha game. Okay? Special interest. You can't just say special interest and then just flush money down the drain. I mean, you know, you could argue Kirby is a special interest of mine, and I'm not going to get, you know, it's not going to pay $500 to get the Switch 2 just to play Kirby Air Riders, despite that being a beloved Kirby game. Because sometimes you have to have some self-respect. Yeah, there are, with the rise of the internet, there are many free ways. You could watch someone do a Let's Play of a gacha game. Probably. Live vicariously. Don't do that to yourself. Please. If you go into debt, no one will watch these live streams. Well, if you could get Withered Golden Kirby in a gacha. The closest thing to a gacha game is actually, it was a Pikmin thing, Pikmin Bloom. Eventually I got so fed up with it that I stopped playing. Hi Naomi.
Hi.
Can please help me convince Turkey not to make himself go into debt over Persona 5 The Phantom X.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
Persona 5 The Phantom.
Naomi disapproves. You can hear Naomi, right, Turkey?
I do disapprove. I'm eating blueberries.
Oh. Just want to clarify that the chat can hear. Wait, is it canon? Is Persona 5 the Phantom X canon?
I don't know. You think I
Blueberries
follow
are...
the Phantom X?
Yeah.
I don't
Blueberries are
know
good.
anything about the Phantom.
Yeah. Terrible. Look,
They are.
Turkey, I do want to stress, I will be...
The only thing I know is that it's a cash grab.
Yeah. I will be legitimately upset if I hear that you wasted money on Phantom X. Because I'll be sad. Because I like you. And like, I don't want... Like... How much joy is it really? Like, I am like, if it was a one-time payment for something, then like it'd be different. But like, I just don't think the amount of joy that Phantom X would actually bring you would be proportional to the amount that you'd lose monetarily because of the game. I mean, you want to go gambling? Watch a baseball game. That's what a baseball game is. You know, if you want to like go like. Well, of course, you don't want to go gambling, obviously. You want the Persona 5 thing. I would encourage you to search anywhere else. You could even watch Let's Plays. You hate sports. That's what...
I was like, you could just watch other people gamble.
Yeah, yeah. It's... YouTubers are basically sacrificial lambs that'll do terrible things and then to others and themselves, and then you can watch and live vicariously through that. You hate sports, yes, yes. Not even a little, no. Look, play like Mario Poker, the Luigi poker games, Simulated gambling. Don't actually do gambling. I mean, gambling is
I play
legit.
gacha games, but I just don't pay any money.
Yes, and I wouldn't even suggest that. I wouldn't even suggest doing that. Don't spend any money on it. Like, just don't small it. No, but that's how the addiction starts. Luigi makes poker through love gambling. Sure, but you gotta resist the urge to actually gamble, because like, that's legitimately a concerning addiction. And you don't even want to start that.
My friend played Genshin Impact, and she spent $250 on this character that she doesn't even use. And I was like, that's dumb.
$250?
Yeah, $250.
And she doesn't even...
Not me,
like,
Dad.
do you see how this spirals, right? Like, these things are tailor-made so that to make just a little bit into a lot. I know it's a meme to love
better
people.
now. It's better now because the Europeans have new laws about this kind of stuff. It's a little better. As in like, yeah, you still like, there's still like pay to win, but there's also like new like laws that make them moderate the game so that they don't
Yeah.
So that it's not as easy to get young children into paying.
I mean,
but
it's just...
I like rolling for things, but because I don't have any money, that means it really counts.
I don't like rolling for things. I mean, obviously, I would never get into a gacha game, just because as a completionist, it would drive me nuts. But
I mean, to be fair, as like when I play them, I typically like give them up after a bit. Played Genshin. I don't play Genshin anymore. Played Honkai Star Rail. Don't play it. Tried Zenless Zone Zero for like 2 weeks. Stopped.
I'm glad that your body is rejecting these games. I would legitimately...
I'm playing Shining Nikki, which is a gacha game, but I'll probably get bored of it soon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm legitimately concerned that you're
I'm also playing
considering
the Pokemon
gambling.
TCG game, which is technically a gacha.
Right. But I'm legitimately
I
concerned about turkey
still
gambling.
haven't gotten rid of it.
I don't want to hear next stream, they waste a bunch of money.
He says I guess no gambling.
Yes, that's good. All right, we're talking about
No,
this
that's not
on
it.
something's happened with on.
Nothing.
Oh, you missed one of the worst Sia cut scenes. Where it was after the therapy. It was Maruki.
Okay. I hate her.
Yeah, Maruki comes in and he's like,
Oh,
someone must
Lord.
have been helping you gain mental strength. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like the worst one so far. Anything else gotcha, there's a little bit of luck.
That's fair.
All right, fine, but it's only if you have to pay for the luck, then it's gambling. That's like the difference. Like there's gotcha mechanics in like some of the Kirby games. I actually hate that. I don't think that they're good mechanics, and I don't like it, and I don't like them as collectibles. But it's a roll. You just collect a collectible in game. There's no money, so it's not gambling. You
I mean, they did that with Tears of the Kingdom too.
Yeah, but you don't pay for the chance to play most games. You pay for the ability.
Yeah.
Again, one of the things that bothers me about the Switch too. Sorry. One of the things I don't like about the Switch too is that I'd be a lot more fine with the high price if it was a one-time payment, but because the price of games appears to be going up, then it's a one-time payment for the privilege of paying more money later. There's definitely different.
That's true.
A game is value now. A game is value now. If you like FNAF, what's your favorite FNAF animatronic?
Animatronic. I like FNAF enough to know FNAF, but not enough to have a favorite animatronic.
Oh my gosh, there's an anime cutscene.
That means we're meeting someone important.
Important?
God, that guy got off. Isn't this bad?
What? Are they following me?
Hey, at least act like you care.
Are they following us?
Fine. Come on.
Well, An's creeped out, so apparently she's been feeling it since last stream.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about it. Yeah. Help slash bond one the most interesting. I'll get back to the FNAF thing after this. Oh shoot! Why are we alone? Weren't we together? Oh, we're gonna ambush him. No. Oh, I was really disappointed. I thought it'd be catchy. Who are you?
Hey, are you sure it's him?
Ryuji!
Just that
Ryuji!
Not that!
Is there something you want?
That's my line! You were the one stalking me!
I mean, he was reaching out to her. We saw that.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me, ever since the train!
That's because...
Hello, Matt Mercer. My favorite voice actor of all time.
Yusuke.
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car.
Yusuke is the second best.
This
Oh,
is
interesting.
Where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
Best second or third?
Yeah, the blue-haired boy is Matthew Mercer. He's voiced by Matthew Mercer, my favorite.
Car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you.
He does have a good voice. I would say that's a nice one. Ryuji a tad more than Yusuke. I mean, I personally I haven't know anything about Yusuke except that he's a stalker. So, not good for him.
Yeah, he is third best boy after Ryuji and after the obvious best boy choice.
Yeah, of course. Boyfriend material. Trying to think. FNAF. I do want to answer the FNAF question. I have never played a FNAF game, but I got caught up in the internet craze when it was popular. I remember being in the school library, watching FNAF videos. That was before. That was back in the early days when it was, I'm being on the bus and someone telling me about the scariest game ever. It was Five Nights at Freddy's. I was like, I've never heard of that. That's what I said.
Well,
Like, it's
I
the
remember people
scariest
playing
game
it.
ever.
I
What do you
remember
say?
people playing it on their phones on the
Yeah, there's the
bus.
phones. But, you know, I remember watching videos on it. Those were the days. Not sure if they're the good
I
old
like
days, but they were the days, you know.
I like Lefty, the animatronic. He's
Is
funny.
that the bear? Is that the one that is kind of like that? Is that the one
It's
that does the taxes?
the black bear with the red bow tie.
Right. I gotta choose the one hippo that like has a stupid long monologue.
Oh yeah, he is
I
pretty
like that.
funny.
FNAF started a whole genre of horror, which is impressive. FNAF started a whole genre of horror that has nothing to do with FNAF, which is the most like the actual genre of horror that FNAF is FNAF clones. Like like the actual gameplay thing. It has a very unique sense of gameplay, and suddenly for some reason the genre it spawned, the mascot horror genre is nothing to do with really and FNAF eventually became more mascot horror-y, but the mascot horror genre arguably is only loosely inspired, like actual FNAF game, like it's weird, right? Because mascot horror is very much often the mascot horror follows a formula, you know, like there's a formula, and that formula isn't the FNAF formula. The actual FNAF formula is only used by what people would call FNAF fan games. And I'd argue, like, it inspired a genre, but it arguably is probably until you get to something like Security Breach, I would argue isn't really in that genre. Now, granted, you could argue that mascot horror is more of an umbrella genre, kind of like horror is an umbrella genre, and then, you know, it would contain that. But in terms of gameplay, I think it's very fascinating that what was taken from FNAF almost had nothing to do with the actual gameplay, which is arguably one of the most interesting things about FNAF. You know, like, to me, the gameplay was, like, it was legitimately, in, like, whatever year it was, a type of gameplay that you really didn't see. It was a type of horror, like, and that's not really what got adapted to that's not really what mascot horror is. It's not that FNAF camera game. It's not that basically management gameplay. Genre is more design than gameplay. Yeah, but I don't care about the design. Like yes, the genre is more aesthetic than gameplay. If we're talking about mascot horror, and I guess that's fair. Horror is an aesthetic more than it is a gameplay genre. But to me, I think I think the reason the horror aesthetic came that the mascot horror became more of the trend rather than, you know, management horror, which is what I'm gonna call the gameplay side of FNAF, is because it's easy to replicate. But to me, it was always the fact that it was basically a horror management simulator where if you failed, you got, you know, killed and jump scared. That was more interesting to me than the mascot horror that followed it. What do you say?
See. Okay, now shut. Let Matthew Mercer talk.
Oh yeah, right. The story.
My favorite voice actor ever.
I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
I feel like 30 minutes to an hour not actually play the. I'm trying to talk to you, Turkey. Lefty's cool, yeah.
Hee.
Why is he happy? So
that he caught up to On.
Okay,
so he is
why?
kind of creepy, right?
Okay.
He'll tell you.
What? You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you?
Wait a minute,
Lefty's the true friend inside me. Don't receive your voice. I'm sure that's not true.
Be the model for my next art piece.
Okay, because he's kind of goofy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the eccentric art guy.
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
I'm starting to get the voice. I think actually fits this very well.
This
Yeah.
man's highly suspicious.
He is highly suspicious. Yeah. After FNAF has the animatronic, has the puppet FNAF inside.
Yes, the soul of the same girl who is in the puppet
Alright, so
is
you're
in
saying
Lefty. Yeah.
After she was killed and tortured and put inside the puppet, we then forced her to do taxes.
No, she happened to be murdered by
Oh,
the
Lefty's
puppet.
like the other bear. What's the one that does taxes?
Helpy.
Help, that makes more sense as a name.
Yeah.
So friendly.
Lefty
or
was
has
an
it inside
acronym
him.
for something I don't remember.
Taxes. I do like the taxes
Yeah,
guy.
Helpy is.
He does taxes. That's pretty funny.
Ain't this a recruit for
Alright.
some shady business?
It does sound like that, yes.
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
I mean, maybe you should explain yourself a little more. Clearly, we're all suspicious of you. You should do a better job of selling your product.
Yeah, because your name is Unforeseen Boy.
Unforeseen boy.
Where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm
Don't
Madarame
do
Sensei's
that.
pupil,
Yay,
and I'm
both.
not residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Right.
Huh? Do you mean that, Madarame? The
Oh,
one who
he's
was on
famous.
Good Morning Japan the other day?
I don't know who this is.
The very same.
I'm putting on
You
auto
don't? Dude, we literally talked about him last stream.
I already forgot.
You know who that is?
Wow.
He was
Insane.
introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here.
Yusuke.
Wait, when did we hear that in Mementos? What happened a week ago?
And when he was teaching you about requests, and it was the one creepy boyfriend,
Right.
ex-boyfriend, and he was like, "Yeah, it's because I lost all my money, and was basically left, like without a job because of Madarame." It's like,
Oh.
yeah.
But he doesn't seem like... I thought that, like, he doesn't seem mean, Madarame.
He doesn't. I mean, to be fair, he was a creepy stalker, man.
Yeah.
So
Bonbon is first. Who's Bonbon? I mean, okay, obviously you know, when I think Bonbon, I think of what is it? The green horse from My Little Pony? No, that's Lyra. The pale, like, kind of...
the pink, blue, yellow.
Well, pink blue hair and then kind of like a
not
pale yellow fur.
Yeah, the paley. Yeah.
That's what I
The
think when I hear
blonde, yeah.
Bonbon. I don't think that's who Turkey means.
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right
No.
there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Oh, the old guy's Madarame.
Madarame Sensei's exhibition
Yeah.
will begin at the department store near
This
the
is
station. store.
Yusuke.
Bonbon is Funtime Freddy's Bonnie hand-themed hand puppet. Bit of a downgrade from Bonbon the
Yeah.
Pony, not gonna lie. No, in canon, Bonbon's like a secret agent. Or a retired secret agent. Which sounds fake, but is actual lore from the series. That's not even a fan fiction thing. That was in an episode. And it was in like an anniversary episode, but it was in an episode. Near the station tomorrow.
That's true.
I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then.
Okay.
I bet you have no
Yeah, you know
interest
the
in the
model,
fine
okay.
arts, but I'll give you tickets too.
Well, yeesh. It's, I don't know, it seems a bit pretentious too.
Well then.
You just watch
I
those
hope to
younger.
see you there tomorrow.
Right. We'll see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book.
Yeah, Obama gets featured in a lot of fan fiction stuff.
You're not planning on going, are ya?
Well, he seems to be
I think I will.
another party member. That is kind of surprising. Of the people that would want to go,
I'll see you later.
and of the people I would think would want to go to that, I would count on like pretty low on that list.
How dare he go after Lady Ann?
Okay.
I've memorized
Bruh.
that face of yours.
It's been possessive, Morgana. No, no, God. No, no.
It's our favorite person ever.
To be fair, I think
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance?
Oh, she's asking direct things.
That's a
She's
little
not just
cheeky.
vaguely saying,
It makes me wonder
this
if you're even
figure
telling
must
the
have been
truth.
in your life.
So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him.
It's a bit of a spoiler.
He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children.
Whoa. AU, a senior who was shot dead in Utah, United States. That is the first really good AU idea you've had.
But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
Nothing. Oh, shoot.
Or
I must
just
say
cool
nothing.
like
was an
that.
accident.
Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises.
Yeah.
People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April.
Dude, this is actually a decent... This is like the best cutscene we've had with her. Like, what's the bite victim of Bite of 87?
Outside of the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
No.
Well, that seems like a no answer.
I see.
Yeah.
Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
FNAF is in Utah? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Well,
Was
the
I
Atkins are British, and they moved to Utah of all
Was
places.
I supposed to know this? Look, things I know about Utah, that's where Cold Fusion
Hey, Kiko.
was. You know, faked.
Oh, I forgot you had exams. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. Bears are extinct in the FNAF? No, that's not true. That's not true, right, Naomi? Naomi? Naomi, is that
I think
true?
it is.
How? Why are this? Why do they make a
think so.
mascot after a bear if they're extinct? What?
They're like mythical.
Wait, no. That what?
Maybe not mythical, but they're like...
You're screwing with me. You're actually messing with me. Wait, why? What was the context? Where's the evidence that bears are extinct in the FNAF universe? I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm looking this up right now. Give me a second. Are bears extinct in FNAF? According to unused hand unit dialogue and security breach.
Yeah, where it states that bears used to chase pizza delivery trucks before their extinction.
Okay, that's not... Even if that wasn't cut contact, that's not very reliable source, you know? Isn't that guy supposed to be kind of unhelpful? That's his whole thing, right?
Yeah.
He's unreliable?
Yeah,
That's supposed
he
to
is
be like
pretty
a funny,
unhelpful.
unreliable thing, you know, made more ridiculous by the fact that it's a that they have a bear mascot, and it's not even in the game. It's like a non-canon thing, so I would say they're not.
And I take your exam.
Yeah. We sucked. I got a question wrong on the part where I had control. It was like, what causes solution? And I was like, it's not cognition. That would be stupid. And then it was cognition, so. I'm getting roasted over the coals for this one. More proof to it being canon than not, though.
It's over.
Technically, that's technically true. But I think that it's more like... It might be true that there's more proof that it's canon than not. Also, that's not how you spell canon. But, technically speaking, I think that it's more likely that it's not true. Because even though there's more proof of it, there would have to be substantial proof for you to believe it. Not one real bear in the FNAF game. That's true, but they also don't tend... Not many FNAF games take place in the woods. Like, the real woods. I know there's that one VR thing that's like a wood ride, like...
It's over. How about you?
Well, at least you can know that you definitely got a better score than Ryu.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
You really should.
Bruh.
I think I'm not worried about it because I think I did decently. And after all, its horror is slightly comedic. It's pretty comedic. I mean, Scott Cawthon, before he wanted to do FNAF, you know, he kind of got roped into doing horror because, like, you know, he wanted to do non-horror, but the people called his designs horrifying, and then he kind of got swept up in doing horror. But he's really kind of more of a schmaltzy guy at heart with his humor. It's funny enough to be canon. That's not how you decide canon.
Stop talking about the exams.
I guess it's funny enough that you can say it and not be totally wrong. If you're
it's Madarame in the background.
It's true enough that you can pull the trick you pulled with me, where you can go up to random people and say, "Bears aren't canon," and I would and like you can mess with people with it. It's funny enough for that. Do we have to wait a week for the grades?
Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use.
Feels like a FNAF thing to do.
See, I didn't notice this before, but if you look at that blue thing in the background, Madarame's face is on it. Oh, nope, there it goes.
No, I saw it. Is there any useful info? The number posting in less and less too. Just like a FNAF thing to do. Kind of. I'm not sure if it'd be a FNAF thing to make canon. I think it'd be a FNAF thing for... It's a very FNAF line of dialogue that it would make sense that this unreliable robot would say. But, like, I'm not sure if it's a FNAF thing that they do with canon, but I'm not really a big FNAF guy either, so I'm not sure.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though.
Yeah.
I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We
No, stop using our money!
From the other day.
I bought drugs with the money. You can't have it.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised
Dude.
veal.
We don't have
We're not that
much
rich.
left.
I want some sushi.
Oh,
No.
right. There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first
Don't-
sight with that Yusuke guy?
Morgana, you're entering into dangerous territory.
It's not like that.
I actually like Yusuke with someone else more than with Arn.
I bought drugs with the money. Flight. Yeah, put that in the quote book. my yearbook quote. I draw drugs with the money.
Of course not. When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets.
Yeah, I think it's weird
That's
that
fair.
On is the main force. Like, yeah, it's like it's fine, but this guy was like stalking her like 5 seconds ago. Like, it feels weird that
Yeah,
On be
I
so
wouldn't
happy
go.
about this. You know, this guy's out of On's league. That's quite rude.
Besides, this could also
I
be
quite
related
like
to what
On.
occurred in Mementos.
I do like On too, but I like Yusuke more than I like On. But I get at this point because we don't know
Yeah.
Yusuke at all.
I am curious.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
I like fine arts.
Fine arts, huh?
I feel like Ryuji's gonna be a very stereotypical fine arts. You know.
I suggest
I
we
think
should
it's,
all go together.
which is really a brand of anti-intellectualism that I think is not very helpful.
Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief
Yeah.
who can't identify an original is lame.
No, it's not really what I meant.
Well, also, maybe we should go because someone's got to have some caution if On's not going to.
Yeah, we should go with On. Like, it does feel like a weird choice. I like the smaller FNAF characters like Kelpie and Mama, and that's fair. I like Kelpie because he does taxes.
It's settled then.
I think it'll be fun. I want to encourage the fine arts.
Going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature.
Okay, not because it sounds mature. Why? If I feel like we're very wrapped up. Like Ryuji doesn't like it because it doesn't sound like it's in his wheelhouse. On wants to sound mature. Like, guys, can we just like appreciate it? Balloon Boy, yes, I've
Let's meet at
heard
the
of him.
exhibit entrance tomorrow.
He's got balloons.
He does have balloons.
I'm a genius.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it a bit. Alright. Better not go out right now. Okay, thanks, Morgana.
Okay, at least
You was
like
one of the
Morgana
mischievous
has like
kids.
kind of a fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
like, and
Like-
this is also a fair reason to go because it's like, okay, if it's like a safe public art exhibit, I guess there's no harm in like
Yeah,
checking it out if we all go together.
yeah. I'm gonna say nice catch. Pretty rare last name. You guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. Before we heard his true, Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. Teacher treats people like tools. Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Alright, we got Ryuji on board. But I can still do stuff because he's setting up, right?
Nice.
Hey,
Now listen up.
shopping.
It's on the
Alright, let's talk about
For
the
real?
thing. That's another for real. Put that down as another Morgana for real.
Oh yeah, I think it's. Do I have to specifically count Morgana?
No, just that it's not.
Okay.
Add them
You
to
know
not
what?
Ryuji. Hey, they're catching up. Ryuji 35. Not
Here, you know
Ryuji
what? This
13.
is a good time to craft these.
Yeah.
Yeah, lockpicks are nice for mementos visits.
Yeah. Let's get some lockpicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting proficient. Oh, that raises my proficiency. That's
Well
nice. This is a stat increase, too. More of a mischievous kid than it's promising. I guess, but he's a real nuisance, so as they say. Line for that exhibit must be open today. I'll come back another time. I want it, but it's so pricey I should take it alone. Let's do it together sometime.
So,
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
Put auto on for a
You
bit.
came.
We did.
Yeah, that's a good point, Lee.
We're just watching it as a cutscene at this
Really
point.
Yeah.
You expect
Yay.
he left us those tickets.
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors. Come now. I'll show you around.
Don't be
I'd like
mean.
to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw too.
Don't like that he's mean to us.
Well, see you
At
next
least
year.
she doesn't
Someone
seem
in
very
the
happy.
lady,
Why
honey,
are we not
alright?
going with her?
What if you drag
Oh,
me
and-
and some painting and try something funny?
Yeah, wait, why are we
Told you not
not
to come
going
out.
with them?
Are we really gonna
Kinda funny.
appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just
Ryuji,
go home?
stop being such a loser. First off, we should learn about Madarame. I kind of wanted to say I want to stay, but let's learn about Madarame. I can motivate Ryuji.
I guess we should do a quick pass through it once.
That's true.
Which way are we supposed to start?
It doesn't really matter.
It's that old man from the other day.
That's
we
Madarame.
continue to be truly surprised by your
You
imagination.
can tell by the camera on
You have
him.
such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in
Interesting.
the world does all your inspiration
What if it
come
doesn't
from?
stem from one person?
Well, it is rather difficult to use words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles.
Or do you like
rising
steal
one after
work
another
from
in
your
the spring.
students?
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly
Guys, maybe don't be
desires,
so obvious
just
about
money
listening
and
in.
fame. My
Something about
atelier
this
is a
seems
modest
suspicious.
shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack.
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist
What?
Madarame.
Why would
You
that
would
be
understand
weird?
if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is
What?
actually here?
What's about the word shack?
Over there.
What?
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Ooh.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed!
Pagana died.
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Huh.
Yeah.
Naomi, is there one Persona 5 character you can't understand being someone's favorite?
Like,
Usually one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei
Someone's
creates all
favorite?
this by himself.
Like someone who, like, you're looking at as like, how could this be someone's favorite, you know? Well, Turkey's question. Because there's no character right now that I think of. Like, I can understand all these people being someone's favorite.
oh, I can't remember his name.
Alright,
Shinya? You haven't met him yet, but like,
Oh, okay. Shenya.
There you are, Yusuke.
Wait, what do you say?
Sensei,
is that his name? The little boy with the get smoked hat.
Usually,
That's the only reason I think people would like him.
Right.
For the get smoked hat.
Usually when Kasha their own stat, whatever, Sensei creates all this by himself. Yes, interesting.
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
Boring enough
I don't
that
know how to
like
put it into words.
people don't like him
but it's
despite all the
really
haters.
amazing.
You're sensing something from the
Oh.
artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction.
It's definitely pretending
I
to
hope
be
this
very
becomes
humble.
a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Does have that cool, it's like,
You'd imagine
does have a
artists
cool
would be
hat.
difficult to approach. But he seems really friendly.
Yeah.
indeed.
He doesn't have that, but like, Kamoshida,
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
like, Kamoshida, like, gave off asshole energy.
Yeah.
This guy, if I wasn't told directly that this guy was a criminal immediately, I honestly wouldn't be that suspicious of him.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece.
More of a how can someone enjoy him? Or
Something wrong?
more of a how can someone enjoy him, or how could this be someone's number one? Does that change anything? Naomi?
It's more of how could this be someone's number one. I enjoy Shinya enough. He's just really forgetting. Like, forgettable and boring. And
I can't imagine anyone liking the red purse person in the foreground as their favorite Persona 5 character. What would you say if they were in the third or fourth?
Like, with like, I'm like, Virginia's are boring. I mean, it's kind of cool that his voice actor is the person who voiced Ash Ketchum during one Christmas special movie.
Well, that was really cool for a second before you explained further.
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one.
Yusuke
Come
knows
now,
something about
this way.
this piece.
Hey!
That's her favorite in the gallery.
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. But thanks to that, I remember now.
I don't remember if they explained why he's so upset about it. I think they do, but...
What do you mean you remember now?
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Oh, it's such rescue room.
Why'd you leave without me?
We got shoved out.
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown.
Well, that
on
makes
TV.
sense.
Plagiarizing?
It's certainly, you know...
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it.
Wait, what? Why? Huh. But, like, that does seem like where evidence is reporting. They mentioned he does a weirdly but broad amount of styles. And, of course, you know...
Yusuke's acting weird about that one picture.
And An is already noted that it's kind of like it seemed to express an emotion that doesn't seem to fit his public persona. Although I will say that I didn't really like it. Kind of looked. I didn't think it really felt very angry looking at the picture, but you know.
His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this.
For real? Mom, no.
I mean, he is a pupil
This
of
is
his.
real, not for real.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
Interesting.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame...
Why don't we just enter the realm near that guy and see if he has a palace? Like,
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh yeah, enter Madarame.
What do you think about Madarame?
But we still have to know
Doesn't
its
he seem
keywords.
Suspicious?
oh, what's the keyword?
Oh, you remember last time you got really lucky with you and Miyuji talking about who does he think he is? The king of some castle? And it's like, what are you talking about? Kamakita. Like, you know? And then at the start of the conversation, you're talking about how you're both going to Sujin Academy. You get the place, Sujin Academy, the name, Kamakita, and the castle. You got all the keywords by accident.
Huh. How do you find out the
Now you have to actually, like, do plot things.
And I guess it makes sense that, you know,
What the plot was
Ryuji would guess it because Ryuji's close to him. He's suspicious.
I know, right?
Well, he didn't. Yeah, he was just
too
venting
well
his
to just be a
frustration and
coincidence.
got lucky with his cursor grade.
You have to know the specific spelling of someone if they're.
But the other one's like the character.
Turkey question.
But you
do have to know
can put in the name to see if it hits.
Right. Interesting.
If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
It is.
Well, yeah. Is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
That would be an
Kitagawa-kun
in.
gave me his contact info.
Although I'm not sure I like on getting into another potentially abusive situation.
Do you have to know the specific spelling of someone if their name has multiple spellings? Like, in what situation? Like, it happens all the time. I don't know how to spell someone's name, but I know what their name is.
Do I have to know how to pronounce these people's names? Okay.
And the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right?
I guess I would be confused if Simeon was the third or the fourth.
Right after school.
But I could maybe see why.
You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
That's literally what you want to do for a living. You want to be a model.
Well, it takes preparation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, Jaden or Jaden? Well, if it's a keyword, it probably has to be spelled correctly. You know. Oh my gosh, the home shopping channel is airing. Wait, can we also not go and... Can I not go do my job? Oh, can I not leave right now?
Hey!
I don't think
Oh my gosh.
You have to think about tomorrow.
Alright, allergy relief pack. Ooh.
You could read,
I do
you
hate
could study.
allergies. 2 calming masks and... Oh wait, I'm not gonna get that. I don't need that. A cure gift. Great for anyone seeking peace of mind. Home machine and undividable. Yeah.
Hey!
It's the main whole thing. Oh, this is so much more expensive. But like, I don't think the allergy relief pack is worth it at all.
The cosmetic thing is just gifts.
Oh. Look,
You
I'm
can
not
actually,
paying
like,
half
use-
my money for gifts.
At least the allergy pack, you can get rid of confusion and dizziness, which might actually help you.
Is it the legal
In
name or the
Mementos
name
or
they
something.
identify with? Wait, so how does the keyword work again? Do you have to have your name in the keyword?
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I think you just have to say it.
I don't even know. I am so lost.
Neither
Well then.
neither persona, neither Joker or Ryuji, neither of them typed in the keywords. They just said it. Well, the alphabet.
I thought I'd already returned this. Did I forget? I make more.
You returned the ghost one.
Oh, I already... Right. I might as well craft more lockpicks when I'm stuck here. I guess I could study. What books do I have?
Yeah, you can always... Yeah, because if you don't make anything, I think you can just go back. You can study regular study, you can read a book at the counter.
What books do I got?
A lot.
Yeah.
You could use your charm.
Let's do the Pirate Menace.
You could use your kindness.
If we have another thing that needs guts again already.
You could raise your guts, yeah.
Make sure your clothes up.
Yeah, it's
Wait, so what was the
it's
keyword
from the
for
gun shop guy.
Wait, what was the keyword for Kamoshida again?
Okay, so it's the person's name,
Okay. So the name is always involved.
the place where the palace is. Yeah,
Right.
the place where the palace is. Like, for example, Kamoshida's was at Shujin Academy, the school. And then what the distortion is, which was Kamoshida's castle. Those are the 3 things you need to know in order to enter a palace.
So we know their name. So we know where they operate. We need to know.
But that doesn't mean that's where that doesn't mean that's where the distortion is.
I guess we'll be at the studio.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can, like, check 2 out of 3, and it'll tell you if you're right.
Oh.
I learned more about courage. Now, I'm not sure that actually would have helped in real life. I would be suspicious of that, but sure. No, if Morgana if we existed in real life, I'd have a much better sleep schedule.
Okay, let's get started.
Well, you're teaching him, Maruki?
I think he's shopping.
Yeah, okay, so
right?
Turkey's asking if it's the name, their legal name, or like the name they identify with.
That's a good question.
So his explanation is, thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. Okay.
Oh. There's not stuff. He's just being weird. Okay.
No.
That sounds about it. Maruki's pretty weird.
I don't just know about
But
their emotional
Maruki is
minds.
voiced by my second favorite voice actor. Lee. He's voiced by my second favorite voice actor. Actually, he could also be my first.
Ideas?
He
gets highly
You're gonna treatment powers.
up in contention.
That's the placebo effect. I
dies.
know that one already. I know that.
That's right.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I love
Naomi?
Maruki's voice actor.
Oh.
He might be my actual first favorite voice actor simply on account that he's dead now.
Okay.
Like a couple years back. The last game he voiced was Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, the spin-off Warriors game of 3 houses.
Truly a long and storied career. So who is Billy Comet's? But what was the answer to Turkey's question?
Yeah, he's kind of cool in character.
Is it legal or
Oh,
is it?
I don't like. I don't think they have it. They don't have any. It never happened. In, like, as far as I'm aware, they only ever use legal. The legal name.
Right.
It's kind of weird because.
Well, no one here ever really goes by a nickname, so it never really comes up.
Yeah, well, none of the people that we're against, yeah.
I think it would be likely to.
It's like kind of
whatever
like,
name. I think they would have to have some amount of
use...
identity to them because it would has to be cognitive. It has to be tied to
their
cognition.
I was like, I was like, the metamap is about how, like, they see them, like, kind of they see themselves. So, because if their desires are large enough to make a palace, that certainly
Some people
it would be the name of their choosing. But I don't know.
There's definitely people that argue about whether or not placebos are real. Can affect your perception, make you feel. Don't trust the vision to begin with; it might make you feel it. That we call that a nocebo. That's pretty. That might not have been as popular, but that's a pretty well-known effect these days.
Nice going.
Yeah.
That's a pretty common pop culture fact at this point. Hard to find how much they align with other options.
Yeah.
My address too. So.
Also, Billy Kamet's voiced my favorite character in 3 Houses, Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Do you think Morgana will change into a human if they just believe hard enough?
If he believes hard enough?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah, Turkey. I think it's kind of
No.
whatever name. It has to be a name they at least a little identify with. Madarame exhibit.
Yeah.
Someone's feeling down. They want to go to counseling. There are someone's impressed by art. It's all counseling, art. It's all about counseling and art. The two emotions. Semi-subtle foreshadow to yourself.
Yeah.
Leaves going by train.
Oh.
This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
What's wrong with the train? The train is great. Public transport is great. You're spoiled. Anyway. Semi-subtle foreshadow. Okay, so I'm guessing that enough people, like basically Tinkerbell, believe in Morgana. And Morgana becomes a real boy.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus,
You
we can
did
bring
so.
pets on here.
You became a real boy yesterday.
No.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
I mean, yeah, I can definitely see why that line is, like, placed where it is placed.
I'm the one guiding you to your
About the
destination.
Morgana
You should
turning
be
into a
calling
human.
me Master.
Morgana, we should not be calling you Master. How old is Morgana? Like 2?
No.
Bit more complicated, but it basically is that. Okay. Is it? How old is Morgana?
Yeah. Except it's really only one person hoping that he's human, and it's him. But
How old is Morgana?
wait, there's like a specific set of circumstances.
Because sometimes
I don't
Morgana
know.
acts like he's like
Turkey
5.
would know, probably.
Oh, kitty!
Well, he has no
Oh
memory,
my
so...
gosh.
Shoot.
Oh.
Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
I didn't say anything. Sure. It's just a creature! It's a stuffed animal. Chronologically, he's like 3, but mentally, I don't know, probably preteens. Yeah. Because like, the way he's like, call me
Weren't
Master.
we literally just... Didn't Aunt just say we were allowed to have pets?
Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows
No, we
when
didn't
you
pay the
press on
pet
its
fare.
head.
That's what Ryuji said. Here, we'll go back in the log. Oh, so An says we could bring pets, but then Ryuji reveals we didn't really pay the pet fare.
Oh.
You heard her. Press on its head.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Dude, he could just talk. Everyone else hears it as meowing.
Again.
Time to button mash. Okay, we gotta do time to button. But now you want to do the general option? Come on, we got a time to button mash. It's so funny. Come on. I feel like every other conversation you want me to do the joke.
I've
no
never
button.
seen the button mash happen.
I do the button mash.
Do it, do it.
It's so funny. I want to hear it again. Oh, I just threw open my mouth.
Oh, seriously?
Oh.
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya.
I
Doors will open
complicated.
on the left side.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, innocent girl.
So, which line do we gotta transfer to?
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station.
Of course not.
We gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
I think that I'm already worried about this getting to Ryuji's head. Oh, yeah, are we doing now? Are we doing third semester?
I hope so.
I guess
Stop
probably.
your complaining.
Stop
It's
whining.
supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a
It's just
famous
like there's
artist.
only one real requirement to unlock it.
Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street.
And you'll be
have to
doing
unlock
it
it?
like it's like you have to get the Maruki Confidant. Yeah, if you don't finish the Maruki Confidant by the deadline, you
don't
lose
get that,
access
okay.
and you don't get to do it.
Alright, I was probably gonna do it anyway. I'm trying to do as many confidants as I kind of come across. So.
Besides, Maruki has good benefits when you
Yeah, he
as
gave me like
confidants step up.
SP. He gave me increased by max SP,
Like
and he gave
Messina.
me items, and he gave me like some stat increase.
Yeah.
Like, it was like crazy. Prove your existence to society. Search for
They
new
really
friends.
do try to incentivize rejoin.
Oh, so I actually have to figure out where people are. Hey.
Yeah, and then there's other confidants that you should max in order to enhance the third semester, but the only one that is necessary to unlock it
That's
is
interesting.
Maruki. But of course, you're maxing out a cutscene, so we don't have to worry about it.
Of course, of course.
Always one of them.
That is my highest priority, of course.
And the
You
other,
gotta max out a catchy.
the other one only has 5 ranks in order
Right,
to max
so it's
her
gonna
before the third semester, the deadline. She only has 5 ranks, so it's quick and easy.
What's that? From Central Street. Okay, time to try and read the signs again. This always goes poorly for me. Oh, there's a bread shop.
Hey.
Don't you think we should hurry?
Yay.
Oh, this is like vending machines every year.
I was like, no. I like
He doesn't
how
want
it's
to do
on. He was like, no, we can go to the bakery. Just
Oh
like,
my
stop
gosh.
getting distracted.
So complicated to navigate. So let's go this way. There we go. Station Square.
Read the
Yeah,
signs.
of course we're doing a catchy. A catchy all the way.
Yeah, one is a
Okay.
catchy and one is the other royal exclusive character.
There's some lag. Oh. Take a second.
I'll just add this.
Oh, let's save, yeah. That's somewhat weird.
Hi, Kiko.
It seems to be back up. Only for the game, I think. Oh. Interesting. No, it's like dipping. So it doesn't seem that inconsistent. Yeah, 1,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Then 9,000, that's
Look,
bad.
it's the smoker area.
It's his fault. Who do you mean? Fooled everyone, you're all idiots. Oh, he's totally talking about the art guy. Magarame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the internet's being kind of weird. It's hot. Well, it's kind of normal.
I see,
here.
Francis.
Like little dips, but it seems to be mostly holding steady. Like, is it bad? Like,
Wow, look at the big exclamation point. It's not fun.
busy eavesdropping these random
I always
girls
forget.
talking about it. I'm busy trying to button mash this dialogue and then accidentally. Okay, so it's Central Street. Oh, I was gonna.
Satoru Kamoshida, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason
Interesting.
for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh?
Yeah.
The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone natural temperament.
Suspicious. I'm gonna look at my big window.
Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it. Just
Someone?
in case.
Oh, is that who I think it is?
No.
That it?
Oh.
Unless you're thinking our favorite girl, Say.
Oh, no. No. Not Say. Oh.
Yeah, I'll admit, there
We're
are points
at the right address.
where I actively disliked her. Like, even for more reasons than the reasons we already dislike her.
Yeah, you know what? I would be surprised if someone's favorite character was Say. At this point. At this point, I would be like, Say? Well, what?
I would not be surprised. Why?
Why?
Because people do like Say as their favorite. I'm like, I don't like her, but
Dude.
they just like her because she's hot.
Oh, that is miserable.
The door plate does say Madarame.
This is right. It doesn't really look that much. It kind of looks like a shack, but like.
I think that's literally made of like metal planes, like
metal. Yeah, I was like.
Like that's like
that
sheet metal.
Kind of look like a shack.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow
Couldn't
this house
look-
down, okay?
It doesn't look that unsteady.
Well, I kind of get why. It kind of looks like it's literally made of junk.
Sensei is currently...
Hey, we're modeling, right?
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
This is a bit rude.
Ryuji.
Takamaki-san.
All of us are here.
You
He's
two
gonna be
are
like-
here as well?
Yeesh.
Yes.
You're gonna have to get rid. You're gonna have to be okay with this. We kind of travel as a pack.
Hey. Sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you.
Ryushi's he's got no care for the situation.
Maybe we should, do the modeling thing and then poke around instead of just doing.
Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing?
Oh my
Maybe we
gosh.
should be more
She's abusing people too.
We are Ryuji. I mean, I love Ryuji, but holy smokes, is he bad at anything involved?
Are you
I mean, it is definitely in character.
Yeah, it's Ryuji.
We read about it online.
Ryuji. Are you? We read about it online. That is, you're literally giving away that you have very bad sourcing.
Yeah.
This?
Sounds evil when he does that.
He does, but you gotta love him for it.
Preposterous. Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse?
When I'm in a lack of subtlety contest, my opponent is Ryuji. Yeah.
He welcomes pupils into his own home. This is no act of violence, it is charity.
Okay, not gonna lie. That's actually kind of really suspicious, right?
Yeah.
You know? That's actually really suspicious.
And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
Okay,
He might
but
be lying about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
yeah,
But I don't think
also
that's gonna
we could,
convince. It could also not have happened to him, you know. I mean, the last person we dealt with had
Right.
a lot of favoritism, you know.
That is utter rubbish.
Okay, now you're clearly lying about it.
I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what
yeah,
you
and
see
now it's a little
But
bit like.
now that looks really
okay,
suspicious. Now it looks like
So
you're being
it's
heavily
like-
taken advantage of. You literally just said
Yeah.
I was a really easy to take advantage of.
If you
Yeah.
continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
It's a little bit like, okay, I can see the abuse now already.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there's no way you could be wrong. Like, even though he does things that makes me sad because he saved me when I had no one else. Like,
Personally,
oh,
okay, if we want to get through to Yusuke, it would help a lot if we could give him an alternative, you know? Like, we gotta give him a way out. Because right now...
You really think that?
Right now, if we get him ousted from the house, that could be really bad for him.
Yusuke,
Oh.
What's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worry for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Oh,
Well,
manipulator
even I,
right there.
He does
old
know
man
how.
like myself could be liked by everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have some amount of respect. He definitely is playing the game, I think, better than Kamoshida ever did. Like, he's
Yeah,
he's
well,
certainly more
Kamoshida ruled he kind of ruled out of fear.
Yeah, and he was just such a sloppy tyrant, you know? This guy
Yeah,
is...
because he could afford to be, because people let him get away with it, because either they didn't want the school reputation to be dragged down, or other things, like, and the kids were too scared. But this guy...
Like, I'm not afraid of... I was not really... Like, I was mostly disgusted by Kamoshida. I'm actually kind of, like... I'm kind of afraid of it. Like, this guy is pretty good at... Like, he's pretty good at... He's way better at, like, playing the manipulation game. So I have some more respect.
Not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down?
That's a
Now,
reasonable
if you'll excuse me.
request.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I think we're going to learn more. You have to
I
do
know.
the actual modeling.
I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Is that how you pronounce that? Sayuri? I was like Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
I don't like that Yusuke's like trying to do this personal thing, you know. He's very being personal about why.
Yeah, he's like, this piece of art really moved me.
So let me guess. So I guess is the way we can get Yusuke on our side if we prove that art was plagiarized.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because like that's how we'd get it. He's like, this art.
It is
like,
a nice photo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice. It is nice. Although I will say again, obviously as an artist, he thinks this will inspire them like me. Obviously, that's not very much empirical evidence that he's not plagiarizing or abusing.
I don't know all this fine art stuff.
Yeah.
But even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you,
Like, it's gotta be
I felt
good
the
if Ryuji's
same
impressed.
powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Interesting.
Me?
Again, predictions, I am heavily predicting we're going to figure out that was actually someone else.
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time.
Also think
to
about it.
promote
Why
this
is he
meeting,
making
but I must
himself
assist
and his
Sensei
peoples
today.
live in a shack if he's super rich?
Well, the argument...
Why are we doing that? This
Well,
just
the
makes
argument
sense.
is that he thinks that living humbly is important for art. That's a decent, I think. I'm not, like, that's actually...
which you probably
there's-
uses as a cover.
Yeah, I think there's a decent way. There are many ways to cover that. I mean, first off, you could say, this is how I like to live, and and my offer is that people live with me, not that I pay for a house for them, And this is how I like to live. And he could tie it back into his art. Like, that's pretty... that's pretty explainable. Goes to the shack and he's bored. You heard that?
That we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
That was interesting.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Again, yeah, he's good. He's good.
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Why don't we check the app, guys?
Yeah. I will say, though, like, the thing I think is interesting is, like, Persona's a very over-the-top game. And but these guys are pretty good at, like, lying. Like, they've got, like, a pretty... I feel like in most Persona villains, at least, like, from my experience so far, I would definitely expect someone that, like, is more obviously evil.
when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, the app.
Was it picking up our conversation? This display.
Yeah, we enjoy.
It means that Madarame has
As
a
it
palace
does.
too, right?
Interesting.
But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then Shaq, huh? These seem to
Oh,
be
those
the
are the
keywords.
Plagiarism is his crime. Shack is the place. Madarame is the name. Look, I'm going to spend all my money on fish to become homeless because I'm bored. Don't do that. There are many free ways to occupy your time.
For real, though, what the hell's going on?
For
You
real,
spend too much
though.
money gambling in a gacha game.
For real, though.
Ooh.
You got that down? Another for real?
Alright, that's 26.
Does an old man
26
like
for
Hamlet
reals.
really have a palace?
Why is it being old?
Okay.
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
I thought that was plagiarism.
You mean like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
It's a bit sudden, though.
Why don't we start with castle?
No candidates found.
Then what about prison?
No candidates found.
Ah, what a pain. Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
Farm's actually probably the best one on those.
Not a single hit.
Man, if reason, what I've spent on the Persona 5 related ways. I just want me to spend money on the original Persona 5 and the console. I think you shouldn't spend more money than you have to. Like, I don't think you should be spending, you know. I like
Should
Farm,
we
that's a
come
nice
back
one.
another time?
Or like Marketplace or something where you can like buy up.
Building that's related to artists. If we think from
Or
there,
could just say
what would it
studio.
be?
Guys, come on.
I like Art Supply Store because he's just buying and using them up rather than the museum. It's probably the museum, but I like to say Art Supply Store.
That's no
I think
goodies.
that's better thematically, you know? It's probably museum.
Beginning navigation? Whoa, really?
Nice job, guys.
We're
Did
in.
it.
Ooh.
When did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
Madaver's Palace is just
Lucky again.
just Spencer's AU, yeah.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out
Dog.
if you started walking on two legs.
Good point.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
I'm not sure that's here, but you know.
Forget that. Look!
Yeah.
Subtle force.
That shack is
Utah.
seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out.
Basically, what Morgana is saying there is that if you're in the metaverse, but you're
So
far enough
extravagant.
away
From our
To the point
castle.
that
from
it's
the point of
gaudy.
distortion, then everything else looks the same. So long as it's not something like, I'm
And that's
on,
gonna be relevant for, you know.
I'm
the
on
big
another
twist.
planet.
The one thing I know is the twist, and that's gonna be relevant for
Yes.
the big twist. William Afton
Yeah.
Palace AU. That could actually be interesting, you know. It'd be like a Persona 5 FNAF crossover.
It's a museum,
Mhm,
right?
What I'm saying?
Certainly quite gaudy.
Right, so even though he lives in a shack, he's really just pretending to be humble.
This is Madarame's?
Yeah.
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
He probably fantasizes about a world where he can show off without... Like, he's very aware he needs to act humble. But I think he likes the idea that he could actually show off. Like, this is how he actually wants to act. He actually wants to be this kind of extravagant
You got
person.
a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right. That aside,
It's certainly setting it up as a
museum
very different
must
beast
for
than
phantom
Kamoshida.
thieves?
Yeah, definitely. We got it is
That's our
thematic.
Joker. I feel the same.
You know, the castle was fine, but a
Man, just
museum.
look at that
Now
insane
that's
crowd.
a classic.
Hi, Kiko.
Yes.
Got to begin our infiltration. Not going in the front door.
Shall we go?
Should find a way up over it. Then I know it's going. Okay, should we do the palace? Like, can we do the entire palace like right now? It's not gonna get cutscene out.
No, it'll be like
Kamoshida's.
Kamoshida's where you have like there'll be a certain point in which there's a block and you must leave.
And then we'll have to find Yusuke. We'll have to get. We'll
Yeah, and
get
you'll have to do something in the real world in order to open a spot, open up the roadblock in Memento.
Right. He's not see us. Don't go too close to them. They're probably distracted by the thoughts of the great pain. Let's go.
Oh, so they're not real. So we don't want to get their attention because it might get Madarame's attention. Even though he clearly already thinks of us as a threat because they're already in our Phantom Thief attire.
Oh, that's what that indicates.
Yep.
It's really how I think that one I was shiny. It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's not hitting me that this is that old guy's house. Anyway, let's check it out. It's interesting that they're constantly questioning that this would be the old man's palace.
I think they're well, I think there's something over the top about like the dark player.
What'd you say? You kind of cut out.
It's like kind of being over the top. It's like, are you picking it up, player? This guy's two-faced, and it's very easy for him to pretend to be humble.
Yeah, it's just kind of corny writing.
Yeah.
Too much I'll be able to deal with. Okay.
Oh.
Let me just focus on the front entrance. Alright, so we're not allowed to go here.
Yes.
Let's walk. With
So Loki,
Loki, what?
It's kind of like funny to me that they just don't have any security around here at this point in time. Like, yeah, sure, lots of people are coming out of the front entrance, but like, doesn't that mean you're just leaving everywhere else open?
I think there's no need, you know. Well, I wonder if this is secret or if this is. Nah, I feel like this is definitely more. There's a guard down there. Can we ambush him?
Focus.
No, I don't think we can.
I don't think so.
Nothing I can do here yet. So we do just have to go up here.
Yeah.
Steal this.
I can see it.
Tin clasp. This is the way in.
Hey!
There's just one miscellaneous thing is open.
I mean, entering through a skylight's also pretty classic.
Yeah.
Now's my time to shine.
Oh, we're gonna use the rope. Yeah, let's do this. I'm ready.
How suspicious.
Oh.
Look at this. It's moving. Or boss, that ain't anything we're freaking out over. How much fun is Louis Horse? We may want to check these paintings out.
I have something.
Interesting. Distorted painting. Someone's name and oh, he views all of his students as works of art. Right? Do you think that's the artist's name? So he like thinks of it. It's where he has his museum of the people he's kind of taken over.
The people, yeah, the people. His paintings. He's
Stone.
It's kind of like a double thing. You know how like the placard of paintings has the name of the painting and the name of the person who drew it.
Right.
So he's using the name of the person who drew it as the title of the painting.
Yeah. Because like he views
and then not
there.
saying who drew it.
Right. But it's also partly that he sees them almost. It almost makes me think that he sees them almost at like his manipulation of them as a work of art in its own right. Sealed door. Can't get through there yet. Why is there a yellow circle here again? There we go. No, this is not going. What's the... Oh, the rope. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do? Yellow... No.
Nope, I think you can just go through the...
I don't appear to be anything else.
Hey. Hey.
It's just another name.
Hey.
Okay, they're all the same thing.
I have something.
They always look like a little bit like lasers, but I'm sure it's fine.
Well, they're green, so it's okay.
Of course. Oh, so those are going to activate when we become suspicious.
Yeah, some of them might activate, yeah.
It's somewhere.
Interesting. Oh, there's lots of stuff to steal, I will say.
Makes sense, it's a museum.
Yeah. It is notable to me because we are hurting for money. What would William Afton's treasure be?
I don't know.
Someone should drench the withdraw the Madarame Spencers at you. It would be funny. But, you know, we need someone to draw that. William Afton's treasure. I don't know, what's he like doing? Murdering people? There'd probably be something. Yeah. It'd probably be like a treasured invention of his or something. So one of the animatronics. Maybe the like original, the first one he made.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Right. I've already forgotten where I'm going.
You can tell on the map that there's a doorway that you haven't explored because behind it is no more white walls.
Oh.
Hey,
Artsy doorway.
This doesn't make any sense. Madarame is famous for having a variety of art styles, but all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way
So I guess that's
different
the
from what was
actual
at
style he works on.
Wait a sec.
Well, that ironically looks like the style of the painting you scanned.
Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
Natsuhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting?
You guys are
here?
really slow.
And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is
that much of a mystery.
Alright, let's keep looking around for now.
It actually fits very well with what we already know about him. It is interesting. Another locked door.
Wait! Wait!
She doesn't want me to touch that. Probably good. I think it's like a security thing. Oh yeah, Yusuke.
Hey, isn't this a
My
painting?
boy!
Should have named the team the Fun Gang or Shit Squad. No. I really like these guys, whatever I say.
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Kitagawa.
Huh? Wait a second. What do you think these paintings are?
Well painted.
I think you're
Pupils.
right.
You guys took that wrong to think of his that it's his These pupils? Oh shoot, the internet. Oh, he's climbing back up. It'll be. Oh no, it's down again. Come on. Get back in it. Come back to me. I saw that's dangerously low kilobits. Just gotta come back up a little bit. Yeah, with my water. Should have been those guys instead. It is those guys, isn't it? Oh shoot. Next time, fast forward. Good for people as well. Take account when I consider whether these things are getting clearer.
For real.
Who said for real?
Wait, Ryuji said for real. Scroll back up. Let me just check. Ryuji. Wait, let me check.
For
Go
real,
back up.
all of them, but it was only Yusuke when we went to Poise.
Aha.
It's taking them a long time to figure this out. Is it these guys or those guys? I gotta check. It's those guys. Let's check this. Give me a second. Yeah, 'cause it's really, really not great. I'm switching over to flight scene. Because I don't like how low those go.
Hi, Dad.
That's what. Oh shoot.
Pico? Oh, he's just eating his food.
Switch this to. Reconnected. Yeah, because that's more reliable. I'm really surprised it took so long for them to figure out that that's what was happening. Doing this.
Treasure chest.
Interesting. There's some sort of brochure here. Yeah, so let's check. Did you really just pause to tell me to look at the brochure? Straw doll. What are those?
I don't know.
Well, looks like an HP. Or some blonde coffee. So that's good. So good, it's fractional ability. Oh, Big Bang Burger is 20 HP to all eyes. Straw doll.
Oh, there it is.
Medium chance of curse insta-kill to one.
Oh, yeah.
We're never using that. That's just not really my style.
What about the other chest?
Oh, there's another one?
Across the way? Or is that a mirror?
You didn't bother to make this. Who's on one here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mirror. Oh, a map. The map only shows half the museum. It says 1 out of 2. I found the other one. Right. I mean, the fact that he has a palace is probably enough for us to take him down. What did it say? Oh, yeah.
Right there.
I was going to say the fact that he has a palace is probably a decent enough reason to take him down, but also we do need unanimous decision, so. Tactically, we're only doing recon right now. That guy's leaning on me. Lunar Cutlass.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Is that actually better for him? Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, I want to say they only say stuff like that if it's going to benefit them.
Right. Can I go up there?
It's somewhere.
Somewhere. Oh. This looks like a really big sculpture.
Ah,
True art.
Look at this.
The Infinite Spring?
Oh, is that him up there?
A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives.
Right, so he thinks because he's paying for them.
Those who
deserves it.
cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Yeah.
Damn it! What a phony geezer!
Well, you know, he thinks he deserves it because he's
In
funding
other
it.
words, his pupils are his property.
Yeah.
He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true.
Well, I mean, he qualifies as an artist if he creates art. That's not to be. He's a terrible person, but yeah. Well, he doesn't get ownership of the works that he stole. But I guess if he's done none of the work,
He's
then...
stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wondered
makes.
about those boys
Yusuke
on
was
display.
literally on the street.
They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
He's treating them like slaves or tools.
Yeah, that seems just... That
Why
does
is
seem...
Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
He, by definition, does. His livelihood is tied to this.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit,
I mean-
I praised one of the pieces on display.
I mean, also, like, all the homeless people that we've seen that have been, like, talking about this, like...
But
quite clear.
Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
I mean, I think so, but it has to be... It has to be unanimous.
We should confirm these facts with Yusuke first.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, they both want to... But how are we going to get him to say that?
Confirm what, though?
It
Yeah.
means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
How? How do we get there?
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah, most of your coworkers do want evidence, but yeah.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Right. He does...
You're gonna do that?
Well, she does want to model, right?
Yeah, that is what she wants to do further.
So it's not... She's not just
You all
doing
better
it.
come
you know.
with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
That's... Sure.
Famous, renowned artist, huh? Wow, this might be tougher than Kamoshida.
Yeah. I definitely have more respect for this guy than Kamoshida, at least on terms of, like, you know, tactics level. I will say, like... I'm not sure how I feel about Han being forced into a somewhat uncomfortable position directly after the Kamoshida arc.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just prep
You-
ourselves
you're-
until we get
You're
confirmation
gonna
from Yusuke.
continue to not like it.
Cool.
This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
I mean, we were real fantasies back then, really. I mean, I think that's... Yeah, but... Alright. We're transitioning to the evening. Here's why Yusuke is hiding the truth, huh? It's the reason why we're getting a text message. Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? I'm not so sure anymore. I mean...
But also, he doesn't
What do
want to live homeless. on the streets.
Yeah, I think it's more of a continuing, like, you know, like they still
keep you in
hold
my
something.
house,
It's
I
not
feed
just
you.
that he feels grateful, but these artists still hold something over him, you know.
Yeah.
What do you bring this up for? What a King out on Madarame isn't a problem. What do you mean? I know Madarame is a bad person. I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. Therefore, it's totally different what happened with Kamoshida. You know, it definitely makes it, you know, it's not a personal investment, I suppose.
Except for all those
Usually
homeless
causing
people we
trouble
keep
now.
coming across, vaguely mentioning someone perhaps could be, who could perhaps be Madarame.
If the universe isn't causing you trouble now, it's a really point stepping in. Now, obviously, I think there's enough that there's at least some circumstantial evidence that he is causing trouble now. But that is actually an interesting idea, you know. What does it mean to serve justice? I mean, the primary goal should be, you know, preventing this from happening, from continuing to happen. But without that goal, if it's not happening right now, you know, should you step in? That's actually an interesting conversation, you know. I don't know, Yusuke decide whether it's worth going after or not. I don't know, for me, I never forgive that bastard. Plus, we can't really trust Yusuke to be honest. It's not happening.
I mean, if he's not, like, legit being abused, which he obviously is, but this is a video game. But...
Oh, I mean, look. I think, obviously, if there's the concern that if we expose him, it could cause more harm for Yusuke than good, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because if he's not actually doing anything, then Yusuke still ends up with the short end of the stick, but now he doesn't have a place to live.
Yeah. Let's see how Yusuke feels, though. But obviously, we need to do something. I do think that, like, I still think we're gonna have to find evidence, you know, that his favorite work that he's inspired by is plagiarized. And I think that'll switch Yusuke. Shibuya have school. I got more mail. Oh yeah, we got these calming masks. What do they do? They're like something I can equip.
Yeah, I think they protect from some kind of status ailment.
An innately soothing mask.
Resist confuse.
But that's not gonna. I mean, I want money boost plus, you know, experience. So. And I can't do anything today.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only go to sleep.
I don't like how whenever anything plot-wise, I don't like that it digs into the evenings. You know, it'd be one thing if it was just like I can't even go downstairs. Like,
Well then.
It's really weird that it's so. Like, we went from being able to kind of do a bunch of stuff, which was overwhelming, and now it's super railroad again.
Yeah.
I just can't forgive Madarame, but what Ann said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs?
I think obviously we are, considering how he talks to us every time we show up. So probably.
I knew it. It ain't like he thinks it is. It pisses me off just thinking about it.
Yeah, but you know,
Good
it's,
people
of
have
course.
to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, Ryuji, people wouldn't think of us as thugs if you had some more tact. You know. But yeah, no, it's getting.
Makes me sick.
You know.
I'm not wrong, am I?
You know, you are right.
Thanks. Don't tell Ann I called you, by the way. Seriously. Well,
All right.
see you tomorrow.
Thieves should be arrested. That's not good. Kind of about modeling for him. Still waiting for a response. Thanks. We have no idea what we're supposed to do as an art model. Cover yourself in paint now. Just be yourself, you know. It's kind of hard. Look, you don't gotta go on. I'm sure he'll give you instructions for what he wants out of you.
Yeah.
You notice you get dirt on Madarame, remember? That is true. It's not like Kitagawa wants this to be a full private picture of his, though. Oh, I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again.
It was definitely a conversation we had to have during class.
Yeah, but nothing else was happening in class anyway.
He said he wants me to come over after school today.
Well, that's right now.
Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was true.
Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president.
Oh shoot, Makoto. So did you say it's usually one party member per palace?
Yes, it is indeed.
Interesting.
She got a hold of Mishima today?
I kind of thought we'd get more. It would be faster. You know, we'd get more faster.
She noticed us. Come on, let's split up.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you later.
So we're not gonna get to Makoto until after this palace, because this is obviously Yusuke.
Yeah, this is Yusuke's turn, and then it's Makoto after.
Is it 7
Yusuke.
palaces for the 7 sins? Like. Or is there like one?
Yes.
We finally landed a big.
The only one you don't get a new party member is obviously the last one before the extra royal
Right.
content. So
6 party members, I guess 7 because, or 8 because you get 3 for the first one.
Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame. But man, Han's late.
yeah.
Sorry. I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
Thinking about what?
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame? I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The
Yeah.
only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame has something on him.
I mean, he has a house.
That's weird.
You guys are like, this is like a really obvious answer here. Yeah, at least 7.
But
Oh, yeah,
that's
because
why
there's
we're gonna
probably
check
more
it
in the
out,
3rd
right?
semester.
You ready to be a model?
Yeah, and you kind of get. You do get party members for the final 3rd semester palette, like the final palette of the game.
What do you mean prepared? Prepared for what? Something seemed different about her to you?
What? Not at all, honestly. I have noticed no difference.
I don't know. I feel like she's got more makeup on or something.
You're gonna say something judgmental and slightly misogynistic.
Nope, I'm the same as always.
Huh. Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I'm sure he's gonna be really happy that we're here. You know? Or just by this.
Maybe we should leave for Yuji at home.
Yeah, maybe it should be just me. Look, we are a team. We go together as a group. We do everything together. There is no breaking up the Phantom Thieves until we run out of slots for party members and we have to only have 4 people.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the 2 of us?
Right.
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted.
Okay, Ryuji, I'm not helping. Remember when you were worried that he saw us as thugs?
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
That may be so, Yusuke, but you do have to acknowledge there is at least a decent reason for us to be concerned.
Yeah, I don't know also why he phrased it like that.
I don't know,
like,
it's kind of an
I
awkward
feel-
phrasing, but I understand why he'd do that, you know?
It makes sense for him.
Yeah. It's definitely like... that very feels in character.
No, not really.
Does An want to date him?
Don't think so.
Because that's the implication, right? She's disappointed right now after he says he has no interest in her. And Ryuji was making the comments earlier.
Well then, let's get started.
Oh.
Yeah, if she does, it's very fleeting.
Yeah, it's like a real momentary plot piece.
Hey! Kitagawa-kun?
He's focused up.
Yeah, he's focused.
Ryuji,
Look,
shush.
this is what being an art model is. You just sit around while someone draws.
It's no use.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
That's not like that.
How were we supposed to know this was gonna happen?
This is what being an art model is. I feel like for this art, people like it used to get on the Arrow Ace spectrum. That would make sense. I feel like the arc, the characters are acting a bit dumb this arc.
Yeah.
Also, this was the plan. The plan was to wait until after he had done modeling, and then he'd be like in a better mood.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room.
Oh yeah, sure.
Careful, Mark.
Don't get caught.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Someone who would totally get caught,
This is too
Morgana.
boring. So I'm going to scout around a bit. It's weird how flashy that door is. And
Oh, that is weird.
that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
No one knows.
Are you done?
It's no good.
Dog.
What?
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. It's just... I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe you're having trouble staying focused because Ryuji was probably talking the whole time.
Yeah, I was at Ryuji. You're probably not helping the atmosphere, but yeah.
I'm sorry. We had another reason for...
Because that in painting was inspiring to her, and that's what, like, we need to keep the modeling thing open, or else we lose all way inside of here, which means we can't be super aggressive.
That's...
I knew it.
I mean, that's is An's favorite painting, so.
Your sensei seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools.
Again, Ryuji says his feelings, and that's, while the artist is art shocking, yeah. Ryuji, like, says his feelings, and, like, they're good feelings, they're like catharsis, but it's really not conductive towards, strategically. It's not actually conductive towards his goals very often. Oh, we're back. Is it gonna pop back up? Would it be better to swap the pulse and nest right now? Not really sure. Well, it might be if I do this. It's definitely seen it. But the Wi-Fi does worse in the summer just because it's hotter.
That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or
Will the
physically
stream end
beats
soon?
them.
I don't know. I'm not certain. I'm trying to do this a little longer because then we'd make zero progress every time we stream this game.
I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
This is the wrong approach. I think I'm out of the Discord call. Are we gone? Hello? You know, might have to be done soon because. Why is this like this? Hello? Huh. Now are you here?
Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Clara called me.
It's good. There's no point in hiding stuff with us.
Clara called me and then it was Christopher on the phone, so that surprised me.
With this. A lot like Morgana.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Interesting. The entire internet seems to be like on the wall.
Cutscene so far.
You can see the numbers right there for the kilobits. It's like at half amounts for some reason.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Concrete proof.
Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism.
That is true.
I'm gonna call it gas.
Well, not quite gaslight, because gaslight is a very specific phenomenon, but certainly it's not. It's certainly coercive.
Manipulation.
Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
No, he's not.
Dude, still.
Kitago-kun.
Then why are you sticking around?
Because it's a house!
All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
Or maybe he is just feels that indebted to him that he does everything. Stop gaslighting you crazy, yeah, thanks.
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me.
I don't think buddy stealing would help.
Because stop eating things out the floor.
You're clearly reacting.
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that?
Well, it feels a little bit like he's taking massive amounts of advantage of you.
Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Right.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Ryuji, see, this is why we're not gaining ground.
You leave me with no choice.
Hey!
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today.
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
recall ever calling you two here.
Oh, that's interesting. Quick, tackle him.
What the F, man?
Yuji, stop it!
What the?
Calm down, okay?
Damn it!
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
Like, really, you gotta. Learning tact is a very important, like, skill to getting to your actual goals.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
Okay, so this is just coercion again.
But you
Okay,
said
don't be-
that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me...
Okay, that sounds really creepy.
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
You realize that this is really bad. You can't do that, right? You can't This is bad.
What?
Nude?
I told you you wouldn't.
This
You would continue to not enjoy this.
Kamoshida arc. After the Kamoshida, this is bad. Like, this is like real criminal behavior. Like, you can't coerce someone, especially into being a nude model.
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model.
Oh, not cool. Yeah, this is bad.
He's something special.
At this point, like, I mean,
It's
okay, obviously, I'm sure I don't think he has actual perverted desires here, but this is really bad for optics. Like,
He does not.
Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our
Yeah,
discussion today as
they
well.
low-key they don't paint him in a very good light at the start, and I'm like, stop doing my boy so dirty.
This is bad. Like,
Hi, St. Francis.
If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
guys, I think we go after the guy, whether or not Yusuke wants to or not at this point.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
But that's...
If that's coercion. I don't know, I feel like, I mean, technically he was only threatening to report me and Ryuji. I think we could take that, you know?
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is
Well,
active
you
in the
can't.
afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so
Yeah,
I can
but
use
like-
this place freely.
Alternate universe where we refuse to let this happen, and then we get arrested, and you know, that would be an interesting alternate universe. Every Count Passel is going to be like an interesting alternate universe just based off of something that annoys me. Yes, that's the definition of nude, but she's doing that because it's such a... The reason she's repeating that, even though it's obvious, is because it's such an absurd request. It's like when you say "what," even though you actually heard what it is. You know, that's actually a fair thing.
I should buy more art
Stop
supplies.
eating the floor, buddy.
You or Ryuji is the new model. That could be interesting. But that would definitely be a ship, I think. I feel like otherwise, like that, if someone were to write that at you, that would definitely be like a Yusuke X Ryuji fic. Like, but I do think, and hey you, will we let this guy fall into this because we don't want to force on to be a nude model right after the Kamoshida incident? You know.
Will you give me a second here?
Of course. I'm willing to wait. I'll make time according to your plans, but please come before the exhibit ends.
Good Yaoshi. I mean, yeah, that would be a good setup for that. I'm not sure how I feel about that ship at this point.
No, that's not what I mean. Why are you not listening?
It's not gonna be. We're not gonna like basically violate An's like desires every single chapter, are we?
We will not.
This is not good.
I think this is like the
Sensei,
last
you're returning home soon.
Oh my gosh.
We're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to
Let's
contact
fix this guy's palace.
No. We are not done talking here.
Hey, what should we do?
Mommy's on her way home.
I don't know. AU Joker turns himself into a pickle. Funny shit I've ever seen. Yeah. No, but I do think in AU where we actually like hard refuse this could be, you know, because the consequences would be interesting. Oh, do we have to? I would say we should leave. Like, An's gonna protest, but we gotta leave regroup and, you know.
Yeah, damn it. You got us good this time.
Yeah, I will say, Ryuji, you really gotta, like, stop turning potential allies against us.
Don't give up so easily.
Well, we're not coming back, right? You know.
Huh? Is she done being a model?
A cat? cat?
Yeah, we got a cat.
You moron.
He's totally out of his mind! I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up!
Well, that's a good reason to go. I think we go after. Like at this point, we don't need Yusuke's permission. We gotta do something, and the most obvious way we could affect the situation is by going to the palace.
How dare that Yusuke?
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on nude.
Yes, thanks, Rudy. That's very helpful clarification.
Full nudity? Lady Yon's
Who would William after palace ruler form be?
Morgan.
Probably the security guard. Or, yeah, maybe the bond. Yeah, I guess the spring
I don't
bond would make sense.
Drop it!
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
I mean, the way you said that.
There you go.
But, like, that is what I was thinking.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Yes! Because we don't want you to do nude modeling, you know? You know, this is...
He also
Yes.
literally said that if he doesn't get the painting in on time, he's gonna experience some inconveniences.
Yeah, like...
What kind of...
If he doesn't feel stressed, you know, we can stall the paint. Like, it is the easiest way for us to affect the situation. You know, or we could let him call the cops on us, which I think would be a great AU.
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other kids?
Was there for real?
No.
Oh, you're just saying.
No.
Oh.
It is
What's that?
frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
Oh, also, this is the best. This is
Can't
the
leave it
easiest
be
way
because
to
you've
stop
endured a
this.
lot yourself with Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta
Great
go after this
point,
guy.
guys.
Madarame's the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too. Before he ends up like us.
Right.
Right, and when he says us, he means, I guess, because we all kind of got screwed over a little bit.
We need
by
to look into Madarame
Kamoshida.
first.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet too.
Yeah.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling.
Yeah.
Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he
Oh,
submits a new
stop.
piece. Maybe that's
Is this the
going to
deadline,
be
basically?
Madarame's next work.
Does that mean the
Yeah,
whole
the
country's
deadline
gonna
is
see
the
you?
exhibit.
Oh,
And
this
it's
is
in it.
even. It's just getting worse. Because yeah, if this is the next work, then that's gonna be displayed all over the country. Probably.
No way! Hell no!
Yeah, so that's our deadline, right?
Kiko.
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what.
Yeah.
Before his exhibit ends.
What a deadline! Like, yeesh.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so... where to meet up? Let's see.
You're gonna
I guess that
love the
walkway like
next
place in Shibuya would
hideout.
work. It's near Madarame's place, too.
Oh, we did. Wait, so we're getting a new hideout?
My favorite hideout ever. Yeah.
Where-
You're gonna love it.
All
It's
right,
my
cool.
favorite hideout.
So there's multiple
Changing our
hideouts.
hideout periodically, huh?
Huh.
That's a plan I don't mind backing.
I guess that makes sense. Each palace has its own hideout too.
I think you only finish. I think you only
Hey, can I talk to you kids for a sec?
change it
What?
twice.
No. Who are you?
Huh?
From the looks of things,
Oh
you don't
my
seem like
god,
the ordinary
it's
stalking
it's
fan.
one of the worst confidants in the
Oh, shoot.
game.
It's like no. Right now it's just woman with camera. Let's
Like
play
she's
it
well
off.
known.
What do we got to experience? What if I have to make my own experiences and have my own opinions?
Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils.
I hate her. Okay.
There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly
yeah.
stolen
Oh, yeah.
in the past.
Oh, shoot. See, I knew it. I knew it.
But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused.
Oh,
Have you heard anything
I
about
knew it
that?
was going to have something to do with this photo. Ryuji knows. Ryuji knows. Throwing you under the bus.
Me?
You were too aggressive. You were too aggressive in the meeting. This is your punishment. As the leader.
There's no case unless there's a victim, and if there's no proof of abuse, I can't write either.
So she's someone who could write about what's been going on.
Looks like I'm back to square one. Sorry for taking your time.
Yeah, she's a loser for it.
I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here?
Sure.
See you then.
I guess we should go home for today.
Very interesting. Whatever, I still can figure out an Amanda Pant lady on there that claiming reports to the police. Yeah, well, he could report us.
Hey, it's me.
Well, he can report us all he wants, but that's like a really bad extortion. Like,
I have some interesting news. Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site. Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart.
another change of heart. Oh, that makes sense. That's the
You're
guy.
better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person.
He's gonna give us more
and that it
information.
might complicate things if he posted the name online. I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school.
Oh, I bet he has the. This is gonna be our in. This is gonna be our in. Which is how we're gonna get.
The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Yeah, because this is how we're gonna get it.
Nakanohara. That's Madarame's student.
Here's how we're gonna get the painting. It's all coming together.
To approach you. Good luck.
Great. It's really helping our identity secret.
Yeah, we're really bad at it. Something about saying about Madarame. It's like a student of his offed himself, but he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his works. That journalist is looking at Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died though. No one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. Okay, the guy would kind of heard anything. It'd be great if he could fill us out. Isn't that asked too much? After today, he's probably going to be on edge about it. Yeah, I can't imagine whose fault that could be. Well, anyway, Madarame still beats the crap. First time at the new hideout. Password is Shibuya. Got it.
If the rumor Ryuji just spoke of is true, there have to be other victims.
Interesting.
Let's do it.
Hi, Chico.
Okay, I can hear that everyone is back. We can stop for today.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Alright, yeah, goodbye everyone. We'll be back next week. So, thanks for flying with the Flightship. Where's the thing? Come on.